Wag wag lids, before this amazing episode of Have a Word, we need to tell you about our Patreon, which is one of the best Patreons in world comedy.
We are officially the fastest growing Patreon on the planet at the minute. Fastest growing Patreon, and that's because for just £3, £5 or £10 a month, you get an extra episode a week, early access to these public episodes, and access to the entire back catalogue of all the Patreon stuff we've done in the past, which includes
The specials, the ghost hunts, the lockdown lock-ins, which are now fucking legendary. Some of the live shows. It's the best money you will ever spend.
the roast event is going on Patreon early in March. You get to see that. You also get early access to my tour tickets, Dan's tour tickets, live show tickets. And to be honest with you, live show tickets don't really last very long on Patreon. So if you're not a patron, you're probably not being able to come to any of them that we've put on recently. You're only going to get to be there if you sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod and join the 10,000 strong army of fucking lunatics.
Megan.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by manscaped.com, the very best in below the belt men's grooming.
Go Ed.
Hello, you fruity little fucksticks.
I've changed my ways.
I don't believe you. There you go, early one. I think that is record bullshit bell.
I've stopped drinking fizzy drinks.
No, I've heard. Yeah, it's good. And
I had 3 yesterday. But apart from
you're cutting down.
I was with you again.
He's cutting down.
No,
Leave it.
I was hungover yesterday. You know what I mean?
Why are you giving me that look?
I just sound a bit quiet, but it's because my ears are blocked.
These aren't working. No, my ears are fucked. Nose and ears.
Yeah, you drank 3 yesterday.
I did, yeah, but I was hungover, so they don't count. But in
You know I
general,
was hungover?
I'm not always hungover. Sometimes I get away with it. Water.
So put that down when they're not sponsoring us.
Have you ever heard of it, Dan?
Sponsored by water. This week's podcast is brought to you by water.
That's the way the world's going.
Privatising the water.
Hey, bit political there. Tone it down.
Yeah, tell you what, I feel exactly the same.
And you look similar. But what's the difference? Is you
Got more energy.
No.
I feel more replenished.
Replenished?
And
you're a rambunctious little sausage?
Yeah. My brain's working fasters.
It definitely is working fasters.
You said it wrong.
Well, I'm on Sneak Energy Drink, and that is blowing my little dick off.
Woo!
I'm going to have to bleep that name out until they...
Do you drink much water? I'm worried about you. I feel like you don't drink enough water. I never see you have just a little cup of water.
Wait, no, bed. You're 2 years late on that worry. I've sat here eating and drinking shit for 2 years ago. Do you know what? Dan, a little bit concerned about
you be the change you want to see in the world. That's what Michael Jackson said, didn't he?
Yeah, he had kids, though.
No, he just spooned them.
In the arse with his cock.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot that bit. It's not how you spoon.
It's all fork,
Hey, I don't want to go camping with me.
Spooning leads to forking.
But I've made a change, and I'm just here to report that it's going very well for me. And I think you should all look, drinking that shite, not good for your health.
Oh, you become one of these fucking cosmic scouse gobshites. You're going to go to Crosby Beach and finger your ass.
No.
Tell him.
Is that what the cosmic scouse gobshites do?
Yeah.
They go to where beach? Crosby
Beach.
And finger their ass.
They do yoga on Crosby Beach
And then
every
run
morning.
into the sea at 6 a.m. and go, I feel fucking great.
Yeah. No, I'm not quite there yet, but what I am doing is drinking more water.
Cool. Cool. It's good. Really good. Yeah. You know?
I'm just trying to balance out. I've been going... Liverpool Football Club, they're turning me into a bit of an alcoholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many... Games come thick and fast at the minute.
Yeah.
And you can't not have a pint watching the Reds win 4.
Yeah. Watford are turning me into a devout Muslim. That's how that's going.
Same. Not waffle. Do you recycle your bottles, Adam?
Mashallah.
They recycle the plastic bottles?
Yeah.
I just put them in whatever bin's nearest to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's nearly recycling, isn't it? Yeah.
Are you helping the
think,
water crisis here?
I don't actually think... Is there a water crisis?
Yeah.
I actually don't think there's...
Look at that, how detached he is. Is there a water crisis? Yes.
What's the water crisis?
Third world countries haven't got any water.
Oh, right.
Send them over. Send them over.
I always wonder that.
Throw them in the sea. It might drift to Rwanda.
I actually don't think that recycling's real.
Yeah, but that suits you being a lazy cunt, doesn't it?
It's not a lazy cunt. I'm just not falling for it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Isn't there already enough recycling like to be done than can be done in our lifetime? Right. So we're just adding to a pile.
Yeah. Just adding to a different bin.
Cool.
No, but I heard that. We're just adding to the pile. They can't get through.
You are talking stone cold facts, my brother. Okay. We are beyond the capacity of recycling.
The unity between you when you both want to be lazy shits is
no. We are beyond the capacity that we have the capability to recycle for. So at the minute, you recycling, what they're just trying to do, they're trying to get us all in the rhythm of recycling
for future generations.
For in the future, when we can recycle it all, but we can't at the minute. So me throwing it in that bin compared to you doing fucking 6 laps of the building looking for a recycling bin to use.
That is the biggest projection ever.
6 laps.
The only reason
Where's he going again?
The only reason I on this 3rd time round. Hey, fool me once, fool me twice. But on the 3rd time round, the council might have popped in a fucking recycling bin. 4th time round, I should know better. The only reason I recycle at home is because otherwise our great bin for everything is full. And then I don't know what to do with it.
They've got you by the bollocks.
It's just a way.
Get 2 grey bins.
What?
Get 2 grey bins.
You don't just get to go.
£45, yeah.
No.
No, you can absolutely, on the black market, get in the bin. I've got 2. Well, I did have in my old house.
He stole it from the neighbour, though.
No, what you do is you just give a bin man a bung.
How many golden tickets? If I hear beep, beep, beep at one of our live shows and the guys all jump off the back stinking of fucking bananas and baby shite.
I'm not actually messing, by the way.
It's a good album, though.
Artsy Monkeys. Early stuff. You shot near the bananas, you cheeky little bastard. You're a rambunctious little sausage.
Obviously, the fellas who work for the council on the bins, they've got access to extra bins. So
no shit. Thanks for that. Thanks for letting us in that fucking mafia-led world. I'll tell you what, Dan, you might not know this, you don't know the industry, but the bin men very closely connected to the bin suppliers. You wouldn't make that connection.
No, so here's how it works in Liverpool. I imagine it's exactly the same in Chester.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
If you lose your bin or your bin is stolen, which does happen.
Not in Chester, go on.
Right? Then obviously they can't just leave you binless. So you're supposed to report it to your bin man on bin collection day and be like, Jeff, someone's nicked me bin. And he has to do a thorough check to make sure.
He checks in your house. He comes in, looks in the cupboards.
Hang on.
Under the bed.
We're going to have to do the bin check. Garage. Right? Oh, fucking hell. The Romanians,
but
isn't it?
It's apparently like a rigorous exam. But if you give Jeff 50 quid, he'll just put down, bin's clearly been stolen. Give him a new bin. But then you've got 2 bins.
Fucking Rowie Soprano. Just little fucking... Ow, don't worry about it. I need a fucking parking space. This is for you, Tuts. Keep it quiet. I know where your fucking family live. And I know where you park, right next to me in my free fucking parking space. So you've got an extra bin, have you?
I did. I don't need them now. I've got a bin chute.
Now you in the penthouse, you just throw it out of the window. I'm tired of this baguette.
I've actually got a bin chute. It's fun using the bin chute.
That's perishable, Dan. I won't worry about it.
Yeah.
Binge. Thanks for pulling me up.
It's like a little fucking dispatch thing. I've only ever seen them on sitcoms.
On Friends, innit?
Yeah, you open it up, you go, what? Fuck off. And
it's the dream for you, innit?
Like, I can hear me bin bag doing fucking, essentially a skydive.
Yeah. And
would you go down
someone
there?
Trying to sleep on the 2nd floor and all they can hear is, and they're like, yeah, I fucking should have paid more.
If terrorists infiltrated the building, is that how you'd escape?
What, down the bin slide?
Yeah.
I don't know whether I don't know how much of an angle it's at. I don't know whether that would be safe.
Is it straight down?
I don't know.
Valid point, Adam, innit? I don't know. That could be very, very dangerous. Take my chances with the terrorists.
I'd probably just take the stairs.
They come in like fucking machine guns. I get me knob out. Fair fight.
My cousin got me a BB gun for Christmas. I've sort of left me axe and my baseball bat in my old house. He got me a BB gun that was blue. I've spray painted it black so it looks real. I don't know whether you know this. It's illegal to have a toy gun in the UK that is black.
It's got to have a red tip.
Yeah, it's got to be obviously. I've spray painted man so it looks like a gun. If anyone breaks in,
you do realise you just admitted to a pretty serious
comedy podcast
crime.
It's a joke.
Podcast.
Oh yeah, it's, the amount of podcasts has been taken down for like spraying toy guns. You're right. Thanks for pulling us up.
Tell them to be careful.
Yeah.
You that's where you're taking on. Right? Terrorists get in the building to take down residential
if terrorists get in the
penthouses.
building, I think I've just got to,
They come in with actual guns, and you're like, yeah, but you think this is a gun.
You wouldn't tell them. Spray painted this.
You see a red bit on the end? Well, fuck you.
It's just a handgun. So it's just...
What is it?
Yeah.
Bang, 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 and shoot him in the head.
So what? So you're still with a terrorist
If
attack?
terrorists break in and it's like fucking Nakatomi Plaza.
Terrorist.
then-
Where have you got a terrorist from? Now we have to roll with terrorists.
That's
Why
fine.
are terrorists breaking in?
Because
They're
they're
not.
causing terror. Anyone's a terrorist if they cause terror.
No, that's not true.
It is. That's
No.
why they're called terrorists.
No, it
isn't
isn't.
it? Surely.
If a burglar breaks in,
Yeah.
then I would go for him with my BB gun. I'd be
Yeah,
like, fucking lad, just get back out the door and go and bother flat 219.
Oh, you're so good, aren't you? Not get out of the building and don't burgle anyone. Hey, 219. They've got lovely stuff. Had a little peek in.
Yeah. I'd just be like, just leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Because I've got a gun. That sounded more desperate. You've got to change your tone. Just leave me alone. Because I do have a gun. Oh, just come on. Walk on. Because I will shoot
Are
you.
you getting out of bed?
What?
Are you getting out of bed?
In my head, I'm in me undies in the living room. It's like, lad, just out. You know, I can see me front door from the living room.
And just to backtrack, people who cause terror aren't terrorists. That's not how that works.
So
So
why
if
do
you
you-
See, I'm not a terrorist now.
If you get in the car with your nanny and you're like, fucking hell, she can't drive. She's like, oh, I missed that turning. She's not a terrorist. She's just a daft old biddy who shouldn't be driving.
Why are they called terrorists?
Because they cause terror.
Yeah, terrorism involves the threat of violence or seeks to create fear.
And seeks to create fear.
Yeah.
Not just within the direct victims, but among a wide audience.
Yeah, so everyone in your building's like, oh, I'm going to get robbed.
So if
But they're actual victims.
So if a big lass tries to sit on your lap and you're like, oh, this is going to hurt, and you get scared for a second, you know, Big Beryl, she's not a fucking terrorist.
Well, the
She's just
person
like,
sat
take-
next to you is like, I'm next. They're going to hit me next.
Well, then they're still a direct victim.
No, she tells people, then they don't get the bus no more.
Oh, it's on the
Yeah,
bus.
that would be terrorism. Well done. You've worn us down.
Sorry, Dan, didn't know what you said.
Fat girls in Al Qaeda. This is a new lane for us.
They don't let women do anything over there.
Ah, but that's what they
Say,
expect
you've
us to
underestimated
think.
them.
Yeah.
What?
You've
No,
underestimated them.
I've correctly estimated them.
Al
They're
Qaeda.
misogynistic cunts.
I'm trying to. You're off the fizzy pops, and I'm trying to eat less shite because I feel fucking. And it nearly went off the rails yesterday.
I'm only off the fizzy pop because I want to be able to drink as much alcohol as I do.
Well, I want to live beyond 44, and Shane Warne's freaked me out. And I got into town at 11. I was going to go for cheeky Nando's, dropped the car off at this body shop, got a taxi back into town. Chester was looking fucking beautiful. It's an 11 a.m. midweek, no knobheads. Oh, it was fucking great. I had my first pint at 11 because the Nando's wasn't open. And that 11 to midday got so dangerous because I've been trying to eat well, less carbs. I'd not had breakfast. So I'd fucked it. Like, you can't do that and then have 11 a.m. pints. I had a pint of Moretti in the sun at 11 a.m. Essentially, my first fucking drink or food of the day. It hit so fucking nicely. And I was half cut by quarter to midday on my second pint. And I just had that moment where you're like, I could let this go dead naughty. It was a real crossroads.
There's absolutely no way that I wouldn't have been absolutely fucked by 4 o'clock in that situation. There's no way I'm getting to midday in that zone with the sun out in a beer garden. Like, I have to just not have the first pint. If I have that first pint, I'm having a 9th.
Pringles, once you pop.
Yeah,
There's 3 things help me. One, Laura, if I'd have got absolutely munted and like fallen in at 6 o'clock while she's trying to put the baby down, she'd murder me. And like, not actually, but
Wait
she'd
till
be
7
so
when the
fucking-
baby's already
But
asleep.
because I've just gone, we need to do a lock-in.
More pints.
We have just had a lock-in, absolutely. It's fine, it's work. You can't then 2 days before be like, I got shit face for the laugh. Then Nando's opened. That was a bit of a saver because I was like, that's tactical Nando's. There was a knobhead behind me who was dressed as a builder, but was just on the fucking smash. He was a Scouse lad. The kind of Scouser that I sat there and I started channeling Carl. I was like, I hope for the sake of my friends, he's a brown bin. Because he was giving off pure big dick purple bin vibes.
Yeah, so he wasn't then.
He was Johnny, like, hey, fucking bit of a character, me. Bit of a fucking character. The chat was dreadful. A French guy came. I had to put my headphones in. He went, oh, where you from? Sit down. Sit down, where you from? He was like, oh, we're from France. He was like, bon fucking jour. Je m'appelle. Whatever his name was. And he went, that's all the fucking French I know. I was done. I was like, oh, you're ruining it.
Guarantee
he actually stopped me wanting
like
to drink.
Bearsco or something.
And I sat there. I went smaller because I went, if he goes, Dan, I fucking love the podcast with you, lad. I would have been absolutely mortified. I'd have found him on Patreon and deleted him. It was genuine. It was such a bell end.
On his own?
He was with his builder mates. I never heard their voices. They were just like supporting cast. And by midday, I was like, can't listen to him. I'm already steaming. And I had a fucking quality Nando's.
That means horny to Scousers.
Steaming.
Yeah. If you're steaming, you're horny.
That's been slowly eroded, though. I don't know whether you've noticed.
I have never used it myself.
People use steaming now as drunk.
Yeah. Steaming drunk.
Yeah. Even in Liverpool, it's sort
it used to be horny.
Horny, yeah.
Fucking steaming, mate. Get me some pussy on a plate.
Is that the full phrase? Yeah. Couldn't move in Liverpool, fearing that. Get the crockery.
Couldn't move. Everyone's saying it.
Oh God. What else? What else is like? I said jargon. I said this on the pod a few months ago, but I said jargon conversation.
It's never going to go anywhere, but it's not currently in circulation, I don't think.
Oh, is it out?
Yeah.
That's like the name, like...
Is that brown binning? Is that
like,
wool? Is that
no, it's not wool.
It's like the name Albert. Like, it was dead for a long time, but it'll probably come back.
Yeah.
And it has come back, Albert. Jarg hasn't yet.
Oh, so Jarg's out of...
Yeah.
If you heard someone saying Jarg, you'd be like...
Do you know what Jarg is? Jarg is what, like, the writer of a drama set in Liverpool would put in...
Why have you got Jarg trainers on?
Yeah, it would be in a BBC drama. As like, I went to Liverpool in the 90s and I heard everyone saying this, and he'd put it in now and he'd be like, they all say that. I've never heard it, but they say it up there, so we're going to put this in. And then,
have you seen Doc Brown's bit about youth slang, like in South London?
Yeah.
And he does it. It's really good, and he's got it within a song. And he's like, as I'm telling you this, there will be kids in South London who are like, you old knobhead, you don't know what's going on, because everything updates so quickly to make sure that no 38-year-old comedians who've got a comedy show on the BBC, who've got a comedy show on the BBC, know what it, like they update so that you don't know. They keep it, do you know what I mean, niche or specific.
It's the point of it. It's the exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to test you on some sneezy ones.
Are you going to test me on Scousisms?
Yeah, see if you can get them.
Fucking
so there's some obvious ones.
There'll be a couple, yeah.
A lot.
Because I guarantee this article was written by someone from Newton the Willows.
Yeah.
There'll be some, that
we won't even know. So number one, sound.
It's good. All good. Really good.
That's not just Scouse, though, to be fair, is it? Like, sound is now quite universal.
Yeah.
Arlas.
Your girlfriend.
No. Not our lass.
Oh, sorry.
Arlas. ARL. Gap. Ass.
Arlas.
If I went to you, you're Arlas, you.
You're Arlas.
Arlas. If I went, lad, that's fucking Arlas, that.
I go, what?
It means cruel, like nasty. Oh, lad, you're being sly.
Arlas. Could you give me...
So, like,
is it etymology? What's the history of that word,
Here's an example, right?
It's not etymology.
So let's say we were all in here, right? And Steve was like, right, I'm going to nip the shop and I just need to get some petrol in my car and come back. And while he's out, you went, right, I'm going to order food. And we went, wait for Steve. And you were like, oh, no, fuck Steve. Like, no, that's our last, that lad. Wait for Steve to get back.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's so Scouse or not real Scouse that I've never heard any of you use it.
We use it all the time.
We've said it so like nonchalantly then. It's our last that. Genuinely, I'm not messing with you.
Right, well,
I reckon I say that 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. I've never heard you say it. Maybe I've not heard it.
Arlas.
Arlas. Maybe I thought you were talking about your fucking... get some food for Steve. That's Arlas. Oh, he's fucking Steve.
Next one, Al fella.
Al fella, your dick.
Al fella.
Your dad.
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah, he's me Al fella.
Me Al fella.
Yeah, I know that one.
Makes me Al fella.
2-1. I'm 2.
Number 4,
I'm 2 and 1.
Wool.
Me. 3 and 1.
Number 5, go ahead.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Or let's end the conversation.
Go ahead, lad.
Yeah. That won't even be written down there because that's like become.
Yeah,
modern.
you're right. It isn't.
But go ahead is normally followed by get on me if it's to end the conversation as well.
Oh, nice one. Go ahead, nice one.
Okay, nice one.
The Asda.
What?
The Asda.
The Asda.
It's Asda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we say the Asda.
Oh, I know.
Like there's only one of them.
But I mean, that's not one of them. Yeah, the Asda means, you've just been fingered by a monkey.
Which is what the first four were.
Number 7. If you don't get this, we'll turn the cameras off. Lid.
Is that in the thing?
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. If you email me asking what a lid is, shut the fuck up, turn the podcast off, we're done with you.
It's just a contraction of lad, isn't it?
Oh, come on, how
Not
simple
even a
is that?
contraction.
No, but I mean, like, yeah.
Same as letters.
Boss.
One's got 3 and the other one's got 3.
Lidden, La Vida Loca. Love it. That's why I find it so funny. That's when we first became
You
mates.
gotta own that. You gotta own that.
Oh, yeah. It was Rob Thomas who gave me it as well. And I was like, that's fucking great.
Do a solo show called Lidden, La Vida. I was like, I don't understand it. I love it.
Next one, boss.
Dead good.
It's good, isn't it? 9.
260.
Offie.
The off license.
Yes.
I'm fucking
Yes.
trouncing
So
this.
number 10 is, I think you have to be a female of 40 plus to use this. And twacky.
The menopause.
No, me mum used to use this all the time.
It's a woman. It's a woman's one.
Me mum would
Of a
use this
certain
all the time, and me nan. Me mum and me nan are the only people I've ever really
It's a female.
It's a
regulated.
big black dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need an Antwacky. I'm dying for an Antwacky. Is your mum and your nan? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
It is a big black dick.
I just want 7 Antwackies in my ass.
Oh, I tell you what, mum. I'm aching for them all this Antwacky.
Do you actually know what it means?
No!
It means like
old-fashioned.
old. So like if you wore like it'd be like a curtain. It'd be like dead old style with like flowered patterns on and stuff.
Yeah,
Like that.
doily.
That's
Bit
a
Antwacky.
Yeah, doilies and Antwacky.
it's proper
Them
Antwacky, that, like.
Like curtains and Antwacky. Couch is Antwacky because it's got like patterns on and it's not just leather.
Yeah.
We
okay.
would, if you said that, I'd go, what? It's a female one.
I'm gonna start using it after this though. Now that it's been born back into my life. Bit Antwacky that. Like Carl's,
Could you do
in
us
a
a
good
favour?
way. Carl's top is a bit Antwacky.
Could you do us a favour and not just generally refer to me as Antwacky? Cheers. I don't need a new nickname.
Uncle Twacky then.
Twacky top.
Number 11, Bifter. Twacky top.
You got a Twacky top on.
That's a nice retro Twacky top.
Bifter.
Cigarette. Now, it's
Yes.
not a marijuana cigarette.
It actually says here joint, but that's a lie. It's a Bifter's a ciggy.
Yeah.
Do they? Outside of Liverpool, they say
Yeah,
Bifter for joint?
Bifter's a joint, yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
All right, Bifter's a cigarette.
Number 12, Trabs.
Trabs.
Cold. It's cold.
No.
Oh, that's
They're an
Frabs.
item. Trabs are an item.
Trabs.
But again, it's on its way out, if not already out. Chinese.
Well,
These are me trabs.
you're not saying that 5 times a week, are you? You've never said trabs.
It's on its way out. We do say it every
it's
now and
webs.
again.
You say
We
webs.
say webs,
all
don't
the
I say
time.
webs more often, but I do say trabs. These are me trabs. This is one of my trabs. This is a trab.
You think you say these things?
No, I do. I do say webs more often. This
It's
is a
on
web.
its way out. Number 13, Dan.
Just for everyone watching, he gave you a visual on a shoe. If you were like, what is a shoe, though?
Number 13, Scran.
Yeah.
Food.
That's it. That's a tap-in one.
Number 14, a bar.
About.
ABAR.
Yeah, about.
It was about
Yeah, a bar, 2 o'clock.
a bar boy.
Webs. We know that one. Blade.
Oh, this is a, like, if you just...
It's not cum, by the way.
If you, oh, yes, I was just about to say that. If you swallow your own blurt.
Well, it is cum as well, but it's not in this context.
No.
What?
Blades
Blurt?
come, yeah.
Just a bad gimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You're a fucking blurt.
But it is derived from blurt. You're calling someone a jizz.
A blade everywhere.
Yeah. You're a fucking blurt. You essentially you are a wank.
Hey, if you have ever listen to me, if you're a Scouse lad and in your life you ever went, oh babe, I just want to blurt in your mouth, then you're a fucking hero and you deserve to be alone. Oh, I'm gonna blurt all over your fucking Antwackies. Yeah, I'll tit.
Number 20. I've skipped some, by the way, some obvious ones. Cob on.
If you're in a mood.
Yeah. Got a cob on.
Nice.
That's another Arctic Monkey. You got a fucking cob on, you moody twats.
In Warrington, they call that a bread roll on.
good. I like it. Oh, I think the tweets about that.
House coat.
Oh shit!
Number 21.
Just spun it.
Jibbed. Again, it's on 12.
Fucked it off.
Yeah. We'd say bailed or spewed or legged.
Spewed.
Yeah, I've spewed a lot.
You spewed it.
Bombed it, spewed it.
I was going to blurt in the mouth, but I spewed it. Lovely. Lovely.
Imagine saying that. Keks. We've taught you this one.
Trousers.
Yeah.
No, in my head, keks are underpants, but they're trousers. Tony Carroll's uncle's keks.
I'm at Honor, heavy keks then.
Because I blurted in them.
Sagging.
Sagging. If you're sagging, what are you doing?
I'll have me and Adam were fucking sagging last week.
Tired.
No. Sagging is playing truant.
Yeah, skipping school.
Oh, right.
Skipping school.
Oh, I was sagging on Monday.
Yeah. So Finn's sagging right now because he's in fucking.
He's in the dam.
He's in the dam.
Keeping Dixie.
On them bifters.
Keeping Dixie. What are you doing if you're keeping Dixie?
Dixie with an X, like Dixie Dean. I think it's named after him as well.
Keeping Dixie. You're on time?
No. You're on the lookout.
Yeah.
Keeping Dixie.
So if I'm smoking a bifter in school because I'm sagging, and he's watching for the teachers.
You're keeping Dixie.
Keeping
Dixie. Look out. Where's that book come from? Keeping
I
Dixie.
genuinely thought, I think it's from Dixie Dean. I remember reading it
Keeping
once.
Dixie Dean. Got to be keen. What? I don't know. What? What's the... No, I wasn't trying for a joke. I'm genuinely trying to work out.
It might not be, but
I'm trying to work out. You can't just be like, yeah, keeping Dixie, that's lookout. Why?
Well, we don't know.
Oh, right. Scouts, you don't know.
You just don't,
so it comes
you don't
from
question
Dixie Dean is never seen.
I knew it was something to do with the rhyme of Dixie Dean.
Next one.
Fuck off.
Gagging in.
What?
Gagging in.
If you're gagging in. If me and Carl are doing something and you're gagging in, what are you doing?
Stop gagging in.
Stop gagging in. Looking.
Trying to get involved.
Yeah.
Trying to get involved.
So like
if you imagine we're on a night out and you weren't invited and then you turned up like, lad, why is Dan gagging in here?
Oh, yeah, all right, okay, cool. Yeah, all right, get it, yeah.
Or like if me and Carl were playing like a game of Snap and you were like, let me play. I'd be like, stop kicking in, it's a two-person game.
You got a real insight into what the breaks are like at Have a Word. We're always playing Snap.
And Dan just won't leave us alone to play.
And I'm like, you're being right, Schnalls. What? What's the one? Arlas. Schnalls.
Next one.
God, what Arlas was?
Bins.
Bins. Glasses.
Yes.
This one is, I think it's quite obvious, but Baltic.
Cold.
But we'd say Frabs, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Or cold.
Oh, mate, Frabs is one that I really like. I think
Frabs.
Some of the Scout stuff that you say, I'm like, I think, it's dead Scouts.
What about West?
But Frabs is nice, I like.
Do you know what hot is? If it's too hot.
Go on.
Jazzy.
Come off. No, you're making some...
It isn't on here.
No, you're making some of these up.
Well, no. It isn't today.
Fucking hell.
But if it's boiling hot, it's fucking jazzy today, lad. I know it's... See, I'm laughing now because you're like...
It's not said as off. It's not said as often as
No,
Frabs.
they keep look. Hey, you can't see. If
It's
you're
not said as
listening,
often as Frabs.
these two are looking at each other, and whenever they make eye contact this much, something naughty is afoot. Right. Don't be snarling. Don't be our
my oldie was jazzy.
Yeah.
Right, go on. Mine wasn't.
West.
It's gone weird.
Yeah, that's fucking bit West, that lad.
Yeah.
Heavy salad.
That's heavy salad.
Yeah.
Serious. Upsetting.
It can either mean really good
or really bad.
really bad. So if you go, me nan's just had like, heavy salad, lad. And you're like, hey, I've just booked tickets for the Champions League final. Heavy salad.
Just an
But
exclamation.
literally everything then, innit?
No, because if you were like, I had a sandwich for me tea. Like,
Yeah, but me dead nana made it. Fucking hell. Heavy salad. But it was made of meat. Fucking heavy salad. That was a great steak. Didn't expect it. Right, okay.
Butte.
Can you imagine if someone went, me nan's just died, and someone went, fucking hell, lad. Heavy salad.
And
John
Eds would say that.
Do you know what? I needed that.
John Eds would say that.
see, it's just contracted to just heavy now. So if
Yeah.
you went, my nan's dead, I would genuinely go,
Yeah, I get heavy. Yeah.
heavy.
Butte.
Good.
No.
What?
It's knobhead. It's being a beaut.
Akin to the blurt.
Yeah.
akin to the blur. It sounded like a fucking
There's no one here, but I've just said
geography teacher.
John Ed. Do you know what a John Ed is?
A toilet head.
A John Ed's just
I really regret saying
a
that.
scally with long hair.
Yeah. It's a fucking bad John Ed.
It's
Isn't
a
it?
Bad John Ed.
So you're like the opposite of a John Ed.
Because I'm bald.
John Ed used to be bald though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Scallies used to have shaven heads. Now they've all got long, stupid, cunty John Eds.
Was that what Ketwig is?
Yeah.
Cat wig is the wig of someone who does cat.
Thanks for that.
Last one.
Where did you get that? Oh, yeah.
R.A.
R.A.
Oh, they.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
bloody hell.
Yeah.
R.A.
I mean, Anne's dead. Oh, they.
R.A. Heavy salad.
It's our lass.
That's our lass. But she was Antwacky. She was dead Antwacky.
We're going to cremate her. It's going to get fucking well jazzy in the fucking...
Yeah.
Jazzy.
Can't be France.
Jazzy's in England.
Jazzy in this fucking crematorium. No blurting.
Yeah. There's loads more.
Wait, that was very good. Very good. Well done.
Is there any in Preston?
Oh, I don't know.
Any Prestisms?
That's Lancashire, isn't it? There must be some Lancashire slang.
Yeah, but
oh no!
pro-
Means oh no.
the problem is
Yeah, there are 28 things that need from Lancashire.
the problem is Lancashire's such a it's so big and there's so many different towns.
I'm going to test him on these ones, okay?
But I won't know them. Go on.
Hey up, cocker.
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one, this is the same. Ari cha.
R.H.
Hello, mate.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
very Preston. Cha.
Yeah.
R.H. Cha.
Any rounds from Preston?
Eccles cake.
It's a little cake, isn't it, from
Yeah.
Eccles?
You're not true Lancastrian if you've never had an Eccles cake. That's not
You can get them in Sayers, but
Yeah,
they
I know,
originate
but-
from the town of Eccles.
a barn.
A barn. A cob.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Freddie. Do a
I didn't
TikTok.
know this was a Lancastrian thing. It's cracking flags.
The sun is beaming.
It's jazzy,
Yeah.
as we would say.
Makes
Sun
more-
is cracking the flags on a
It makes
jazzy
more
day.
sense than Jazzy though, doesn't it? It's cracking flags. It's so hot. The concrete splitting.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I don't know why I'm defending these bullshit things that I've never heard of. Go on.
do you want out?
Do you want anything?
These are simple.
Chuffed.
Happy.
Terra.
In a bit.
Sweating cobs. It's jazzy. It's like Blackpool Illuminations in here.
This is just Peter Kay's set. Garlic bread.
Note.
Nothing.
Bob on.
Really good.
Oh, correct, yeah.
Perfect.
Stop your mithering.
Leave me alone.
Bouncing off the ground.
I bought a pogo stick.
If I said to you bouncing off the ground, what would I say? What's happening?
You're happy.
No.
Bouncing off the ground. Go on.
It's raining hard.
Oh, right, yeah.
Bouncing.
Bouncing off ground.
It'll be reet.
What the fuck was that, Lancashire?
It'll be sound.
It'll be reet. Hello, my name is Umengwe. I've moved to Teesside. It'll be reet.
Make us a brew.
What does make us a brew mean?
No, it's MEK. Make us.
Yeah, these aren't slang terms.
Yeah,
They've just
sentence,
misspelled sentences.
Ginnel.
What?
Ginnel. What's a ginnel?
What's a ginnel?
Yeah. Do you know this, Dan? I know this. I don't know why I know this.
There's a ginnel across from us.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a ginnel next to my house.
Is there?
Yeah.
Right next to, like, right next door?
Yeah. We used to play in the ginnels. I don't know if you did when we played out.
Yours was called the Cindy Path, and it was the like Romeo and Juliet, a finger.
Alleyway?
Yeah, it's like an alley, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A ginnel's. Yeah, that's the first one that you've gone, huh? That sounds so normal in my head.
Oh, really?
A ginnel.
We'd say
People
alley.
So other people say
Oh, yeah.
snicket as well.
We say entry or alley. We're playing in the alleys.
Honestly, if you said where I grew up, we're going to play in the entry, you'd be like, everyone would be like, what are you on about? That doesn't make any sense in my head.
So if you were in the ginnel and I shouted, where are you? You'd say, I'm in the ginnel. We'd say, I'm in the entry.
Right. So what? Snicket's same thing, isn't it?
Lemony Snicket, yeah. It's a good film.
That's for you, Carl.
There's only a couple more. These are
Hang on. What do you call Spug Chuddy?
Chewy.
Chewy. Because I feel like that.
Did you say spug chuddy?
I don't know. Spuggy and chuddy.
I know we'd say chewy.
We say chewy or a gumbo.
A gumbo. Yeah. I'm having gumbo by the entry. Yeah, makes loads of sense. By the way, if you're thinking, oh, Dan and Adam must have grown up millions of miles away from each other. Genuinely.
Huh? Gumbo.
No, is he making it up? Come fuck off. Which else has been a lie? What else has been a lie? Is Jazzy a lie? Is Jazzy a lie? I swear to God. Right, if you're from somewhere around the world and you're like, these cunts are so different, right? I'm not joking. Draw a line from Dovecot to Penwitham. It's less than 25 miles. We do not come from that far away.
There's a pack of gumbo.
Fuck off, gumbo. Is that
Gumbo's
bullshit?
shite.
Gumbo's bullshit.
I cut them off that one.
The rest are real.
But Jazzy's real. Lass.
Bed.
It's a lady in it. I do.
Party.
Yeah. Butty. Yeah. Chippy tea. Blooming heck.
This is what I sound like all the time, innit? Yeah, I tell you what, it's bouncing off the ground, blooming egg. Oh, lass loves an Eccles cake.
Harping on.
Talking too much.
Yeah. Spitting feathers.
Yeah, you need a drink.
I'm off to catch the buzz.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The problem is as well, Lancashire's got less of a strong identity. But some of these are just like sayings misspelled so that you say it in the accent. I'm off to get the buzz.
There's one. Bye, gum.
Fucking hell. This online article was written in 1885.
What's the scran? Whoever's wrote it, I'm going to find the author. Hang on, he's getting called out. Or she. It's a she. Olivia Barron. Load of shite.
Yeah, fuck you, Olivia
There we
Barron.
go. See, this podcast not only is pound for pound
Load
funny,
of blade.
but, educational sometimes as well.
Yeah. Ginnell. Jazzy.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem is Liverpool is 500,000 to 1 million people all within that city. If Lancashire is loads of small towns who hate the fucking sight of each other. You just have to go 5 miles in any direction. Like, them cunts round there that sound like fucking bellends, and you go to that town like, they're fucking red bellends.
Do you hate Blackburn?
No, because yeah, but the rivalries Preston Blackpool.
Oh, is it Blackpool?
Apparently. And the big rivalry Blackburn is Burnley. They hate Burnley.
It's mad.
Burnley can fuck off.
So that's the one that gets all fucking moody. Like, they sound like right fucking bellends. No, you sound like bellends. Absolute pack of knobheads.
Pardon?
Just one syllable on that one. Okay.
Let's have a break.
Carl, desperate to get us cancelled. It's been a pleasure. See you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to let you know about our lead sponsor, Manscaped.com, the best in below-the-belt men's grooming. Join the over 4 million men worldwide using men's below-the-belt grooming from Manscaped, and Valentine's Day is coming up. I've got a little bit of opposition here. I reckon we need a new national holiday. I think February the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, should become national, in fact, no, worldwide Shave Your Balls Day. Because let's be truly honest, Valentine's Day, all the bells and whistles of it is for the woman. All a man wants is to get sucked off. And that is only really going to happen if he's got a nice trimmed pubic region.
So you need the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 with the amazing Lawnmower 4.0, which is honestly one of the best bits of kit. We got sent them when Manscaped became a sponsor. They're a phenomenal bit of kit. You don't get nicked. You've got a little light on it. It runs forever. You can use it in the shower. You've also got the weed whacker for your nose hair, because ladies do not like a hairy fucking nose. You also get extra gifts. There's like a shed travel bag, which was really nice. Anti-chafe, like, what are these? Like boxers by Manscaped.
The boxers are amazing. I actually personally love the ball deodorant and the toner as well.
And they've smelt better ever since you started
My
using
balls smell fucking lovely, mate.
Well, no, the guests comment.
Look, treat your missus to getting you one of these shavers. Your dick will look better. Your dick will look bigger. And honestly, she's going to want to touch it more, because no one wants to touch a messy little pubic region. You've got like leftover cum in it.
Oh, God. God, no. Really? Is that an issue? Is that the issue? Go to manscaped.com for our exclusive offer of 20% off plus free shipping with the code WORD20. What's the code, Adam?
The code is WORD20. Shave your balls. Make your woman think you're great.
Come in your pubes, eh? Problem?
Sometimes.
Have a wash first. Yeah.
There's only so much shampoo can do.
Yeah. Get the lawnmower 4.0. Hack away.
It is actually the best thing I own.
It is. 100%. Hey, we are back. I need some help. If anyone works for a company, a car company, that knows how to update your service log on a modern BMW, could you give me a shout at Dan Has a Podcast? Because I've been to the garage to get 2 full services, and they've basically gone, yeah, we don't know how to update these computers. We could write it on a book for you like we used to. And I now have a car that is massively devalued, that is fully serviced, that doesn't look like it's serviced. The car's going, dude, you need a service like 2,000 miles ago. I was like, I got it 2 months ago. So if you work for a specialist that can sort me out, could you hit me up? I need some help with my BMW 3 Series. That's it. That's all. Happy?
If anyone's got any polish that is specifically for diamond shoes, that's what I'm looking for as well.
Fuck off. Have you got diamond shoes?
Got me diamond shoes. Too tight though.
Yeah. And
So you need polish.
what do you call them? What do you call them?
Diamond shoes.
No, but what do you call them?
Me shoes.
What do the scouts call them?
Trabos.
Diamond trabs.
Diamond gumbos. Get very jazzy in the sun.
Got some questions. Hi, Liz. Just wondering whether you have ever considered having relatives and friends of yours on the pod to give more of an insight into your lives. Example, Laura for Dan, Jack for Adam, not my baby son Jack for Adam, his brother, or Serica, spelt like you think it's spelt, for Carl. Have you thought about that?
What? I have thought about it, yeah.
Yeah. Have you thought about getting your dad on?
No, do you know what? I think I'd get our Jack on as long as you two got those 2 people on. That is such a very... That's me putting a couple of chips in for a big pot, that. Our Jack being on this, I think, could actually be passably funny.
We get Dolly on.
No, not Dolly. No, Dolly knows
why
too
not?
She knows too much.
So why we have to get our girlfriends on?
I tell you what, if Serica was in on a lock-in,
Nope.
you would see Carl the most uncomfortable that he's ever been on this podcast. Because with 2 beverages in her, she wants to tell every story in the world about Carl, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
So
no.
The amount of anxiety it would cause Laura is off the fucking charts. But I think she'd be all right if she just chilled out. But there's not like what.
I think both of them should do a segment at the arena.
But what?
First gig, we're going to go with an arena.
God. Oh my God. There's no story that I haven't told about how pathetic and gross I've been in the past. Like, what am I holding back?
What the fuck's he doing?
Oh, fucking right it.
Shoe was wrapped around the chair.
Your web.
Oh my God. Adam's doing Bucking Bronco on an office chair. Oh, fucking hell, lad. The settings have just changed.
Do you know the phrase bucket list didn't exist before the film?
Yes, it did.
That's not.
Yes, it did.
It didn't. Google it.
Yes, it did.
I had that same reaction.
Why are we Googling it? What was Steve here for? Come on, Steve.
These didn't work.
Oh,
It didn't exist before the film.
Is he already editing something? That's Carl. I don't know who's told you that, but that's
a lie.
That's a wrong.
Yeah.
That's a bad wrong. Carl says the
2007. The saying bucket list meaning origin.
Right, go for it, Carl. What have you got?
Go on.
Inform us.
Let's hear you back yourself down here.
So 2016.
It was first authenticated the use of the
3
phrase
Series
in the
estate.
Newsha Post on June 2006, which was talking about the film "Suck on the End of My Cock."
No, that's not true.
It's not true. Based on...
I believe everything you see in the mainstream media.
Oh, yeah. That's what they want you to
We had
believe.
the phrase the bucket list didn't exist before the film.
It did.
Who's that written by? Hillary Clinton.
I've been making bucket lists since I was like 5.
We haven't been calling it that.
I have.
Because look at the amount of fucking articles on Google that are talking about it.
Sorry,
People
though.
are very angry over the term bucket list.
Carl, though.
You.
What, though?
What?
You've been making bucket lists since you were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were your bucket lists?
Play for Liverpool.
Play for Liverpool? Was it just that? Is it the same as it is today?
Play for Liverpool. Get bitches. Make money.
There we go.
Smoke blunts.
You wrote the first Scouse hip-hop song.
It was coined in 2007, not the other way around.
Wasn't.
Carl, no offence, I'm dead bored. Eyelids.
These are both wrong,
Boring.
so fuck
Eyelids.
off.
Do
No
any of
words.
you, particularly Adam and Dan, Google yourself? Oh, flow. Carl's just Googled. What are we talking about?
I'm going to Google you then.
Eyelids, do any of you, particularly Adam and Dan and not Carl because he's boring, Google yourself. Just Google Adam to try and find his live at the Apollo set again. Couldn't find it. Could not find it. Is it available anywhere? iPlayer.
If they Googled Adam Rowe live at the Apollo, it will be the top hit. Carl, will you actually do that now? And will you put the telly on so I can see?
You just got to watch it on iPlayer. It's not on YouTube as a set, is it?
No.
No, it will be at some point, though. That arse raptor will put it up.
It's mad.
There it is.
Do you know how the internet works?
You just Google Adam Rowe live at the Apollo.
Ella Knight. Calling you out here, mate.
I want to see what the fills are.
The third top result for Adam was Adam Rowe I. The top result for me is Dan Nightingale wife.
Comedian wife, then wiki, then
Side
drugs.
note. She's put, side note, Adam looks so much better now than when he did Club Comic.
I do.
That's right. Thank you, Ella. Well saved there.
So yours are comedian wife, wiki, drugs, tattoo, height, South Shields, tour, have a word, wife again, podcast, controversy, we don't talk about it, tour, and then have a word, podcast.
What's mine, if you just put Adam Rowe?
I think it's a Muppet, just 10 times.
I haven't got a wiki.
Podcast, Frog and Bucket, Runcorn, Dan Nightingale, tickets, Liverpool tour, live at the Apollo.
Oh.
Wow.
Who's Googled Adam Rowe?
It's kind of cute that I'm one of yours. Because people are like, Adam Rowe, who's that cunt? you know. The Antaki sat next to him.
Funny.
Laura doesn't like that it's wife, but it's the most obvious thing in the world because she's been mentioned in every episode since we started. And she's, I don't know. It's just obvious. I think that's a obvious one, but it made her feel a bit. No, I don't Google myself, and I try not to read reviews, and even we get positive, and then if I read one negative, it's just like, what's the fucking point? We're doing good work.
I could read
we work
50,000 positive comments about me on the podcast. One negative comment ruins your day for about an hour.
So ruins your hour.
Yeah. No, it has the possibility to ruin your day, but after an hour, you get over it.
Ruins your hour.
Ruins the hour.
If you wank over all the good stuff, then I think if you get too into like, oh yeah, and this person says I'm brilliant, then it registers. Then you deserve the negative one. That I just try and detach from all of it. It's fine.
I just delete them. If I see one about you, the negative, I delete it.
Fucking work our arses off on this. I know it looks like we just turn up and fuck around, but this shit has taken over our lives. We work hard. If someone's like, I don't like this person, go fuck yourself. And anyone who's like, oh, I'll tell you what we should do, get rid of them and get... This is a fucking family, mate.
Yeah, I hope you die, person who comments that.
We will honestly put this in the wall before someone gets fucked off. God, I got really annoyed.
Fucking wall!
Oh!
What was the question? Oh, did you Google yourselves?
I have done it before, just to make sure there's no blogs about me when certain things have happened.
Yeah. And you're getting your profile's rising, and it just means that people are going to be writing about you. Tell you what, I noticed after we had Ralph Little on and Will Mellor, which was a great, fun episode, we started following him on Twitter, or we had been doing for a while. And every time there's an article written about Ralph Little, he has to go on Twitter or feels compelled to go on Twitter and then just correct all the things he perceives as mistakes. Like there was a big article written on, and it wasn't in there. And he started the thread of tweets by saying, this was a nice article. Just want to clear up a few things. And it was 8 tweets of things that sort of made him go, no, but that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. And that's because when your profile's up there, people are writing about you. Have they fully researched it? Do they know what they're on about?
Journalism has become a pathetic, embarrassing excuse of a profession, hasn't it? They don't actually do their jobs anymore.
It's true.
They just go, oh, well, what have we got to write about? Ralph Little. Right, so what's his wife called? Are you sure? Right. And then they'll put that in. They're not checking it. They're just asking the person fucking next to them. It's so, the details are so not an issue. And people only ever see the first article in the headline. They don't see the apology on page 93 or whatever. They've
also got editors just going, whatever gets clicks.
Yeah.
Which is not how to do journalism, is it? There's a lot of good journalists.
Shite.
Who are struggling against the whole clickbait culture.
Yeah. They made the money from
Look how bad these celebrities look now. Where does that come into writing interesting, investigative journalism? All right, Lids. As you're always talking about football, would you not consider doing an 11-a-side charity football match? Have a Word versus the patrons. Find a small stadium and sell tickets to watch. Have a Word team is made up of you lot and all the guests that you've had on the pod. The other team are all patrons. You could open it up as people pay £5 and go into a draw if they like to play against you, and then do a live draw on Patreon to see who wins. All spectator money goes to the charity. Thought it would be a decent idea to see if ROWE Bags is really as good as he says he is. That's from Taylor.
I think we'd do it as all guests.
Yeah,
I don't think we'd invite patrons along.
No, I see the thinking, but and also we've had a lot of people going, do you know what'd be great if you did a prize draw and then one of the patrons came on the couch? Like, there's some very funny comedians who've come on there and been a bit fucking meh. So we love the patrons, but this is not.
But we don't want one in here. It would be so unbelievably shit.
Or you could get lucky and they'd be fucking legends, but the chances are,
like, and it's not people. I get messages on Instagram going, "Been watching a pod, lad. Just think you should get a normal person on, like me, because I'm really funny with all my mates." And it's like, yeah, I'm sure. So start your podcast with your mates then, and then when you've done a load of podcasts and we're like, "Oh, this guy's really funny. Put some content out." Then we'll invite you on. We invite everyone on who creates good stuff. But just going, do you know what? I made a fucking joke 3 weeks ago in the pub. And my mates laugh for like a full fucking 8 seconds. I'm talking like I was at the bar getting the pints and the crisp, and they were still giggling at it. So, put me on the biggest podcast in the country.
I think people, yeah.
They love it. They want to be involved. That's cool.
And I'd probably be the same, but like
a charity match against patrons has got a little bit of that, plus 2-footed slide tackle against it. If I get my fucking ankle broken and it turns out they're a £3 patron, I'm fuming. I'll take a fucking ACL sprain from a £10 patron.
We should do an 11-a-side game, no one filming. It should be me versus you, we do captains.
What stadium? How many people?
Right.
If we're looking at Anfield, it's going to have to be July.
Right. I want, because I don't play as much football as you, I want first pick, and it's Carl. Would you give me that?
You can have first pick, but then I get to pick the next two.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, so it's snake system. Yeah, it's snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you pick one, I pick two, and then it's one each from there.
So that means you get the best and the worst player.
So from all former guests, obviously Finn as well. Yeah. Well, Finn's got to be one of them picks, I think, because he's going to be...
And stay.
Yeah, but in terms of goalkeeper, the guy's third tier Welsh.
Do you reckon we could do a stadium with 10,000?
No, I don't. I think we're gonna do an arena for the live show with 10. I don't think 10,000 of them want to come and watch. 5,000. I think maybe what we should do is just do the Shankly playing fields and film it. No. Smart Bucky, Victoria Park, Bucky Thistle.
No, let's just go and play at Runcorn. Come on, they want us, and we can have Runcorn on. He'll turn up. Runcorn is so desperate to be on this podcast. I think we should do the Runcorn Lynette Stadium. Carl.
Okay, let's have a look how big it is.
Ready? 3,000.
Millbank Linnets.
There's no way it's 3,000 to be a few hundred.
All right, okay. Okay, looks like
11,000.
It's 11.
Okay.
They play it.
They don't. Ground. They surely don't play there. Oh, they play at the Widnes Rugby League ground.
Yeah,
that's just across the way.
Yes.
I reckon we could get that. Who's asking for that on a Wednesday afternoon?
We just open one stand. There has to be fucking 4 stands, does it?
Right. Okay. So my first pick, Carl. Who's a good footballer? I don't even know who's dead good at football.
Can I just go quickly onto the YouTube on my phone and just like have a little scroll through and see who's been on?
Steve's good. Steve's like.
Well, I'd have Finn in goal as one of my first 2 picks.
Yeah, because he's third tier Welsh.
And then I would probably go after that with...
Isha.
Don't be fucking silly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd go...
Go on.
I'd go Paddy.
Okay. Right. Cool.
Who you going
Finn
next?
and Paddy. Who's your next?
I'll go Wozniak. I'll go Simon Wozniak.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
He's very good at football.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'd then go...
Okay.
Brennan Reese is brilliant, but...
What? Dan, he's trying to sow a seed there. Do not bite on it. Brennan Reese is not brilliant. Look at his face.
Mate,
Brennan
Brennan's fucking gumbo, mate.
Brennan Reese is brilliant, but...
I'd go Kai Humphries.
Kai Humphries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate, you've got some engines in this team. I go Danny Mac.
Good shout.
I go Danny Mac.
Callum Oakley.
You go Callum. I'm going Molly Meatball McCann.
I don't want to play anymore. I go Cal Freezy.
Oh, I was going to say.
We'll go Tries.
Yeah.
I think Tries is good, isn't he?
I'll go Lauren Patterson.
You're being silly.
I am being silly. What's the next question?
Probably go Shorty then. Joe Gilmore.
On a similar theme, Tommy T says, wag, lads. Would Adam and Dan or Carl ever do the Hot Ones YouTube show or something like it?
Yeah.
They get asked to do and what hit sorry.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
What heat do you reckon you'd be able to get to before saying
What is it?
no
I don't know
more?
what it is.
It's one of the biggest YouTube shows in the world where you just eat hot wings until they're too off for
The
you.
very famous meme of Paul Rudd going, look at us.
Oh, is that Hot Ones?
Look at us, yeah.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
So these questions, genuinely, I love you, Tom. They fill me with anger at how stupid they are. They're asking us, would we do one of the biggest YouTube shows in the world? Yeah. And to anyone asking, whenever I do those Ask Me Anythings, would you get Bill Burr on the pod if he was up for it? Yeah, we would, yeah. Would you get Michael McIntyre on? Yeah,
no.
We would. Yeah, no, we would. We absolutely would. Would you do Live at the Apollo again? Adam, would you do it, Dan? Yeah, we would. Yeah. Would you go to America and do one of those late night TV slots? Yeah, we would. Yeah. We'll do anything that benefits our career or this podcast.
We're just trying to make conversation.
Oh, shut up!
Bit of advice, because he seems like he's in a good mood.
Sorry, Tom.
Mate, by the way, Shaq eating that hot chip is one of my favourite little clips when he comes like, there's nothing to me. And he bites the hottest chip in existence, and he goes, he bets $20 that he's not going to make a face.
Not even close to the best Shaq clip though.
And no, there's loads of good Shaq clips, but that is amazing watching a man who confidently thinks he can eat the hottest chip in the world, and he goes, $20, I don't even make a face. They're always, him and Charles Barkley are always betting, aren't they? It's so funny that they piss each other off in careers and now in commentating.
Have you seen him not be able to...
Go on, do it. Do it, you little child. Go on. Go on.
It is I do like the face, Dan.
No.
Go on, Adam.
No, you finished.
It's the petrol one. He's talking about the petrol one. Have you seen the petrol one?
I'm done. It's fine. I don't want to talk. I'm going to ask a question. You annoying cunt. Just have to wait 3 seconds. Yeah. Let's do some advice.
Have you seen the one where you can't
Yeah,
get
it's great. They're good. I've seen it loads.
Because he keeps saying he's going to fill it halfway up and it'll cost half as much. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
We talked about it a few episodes ago.
Did we? He doesn't get it. It's like the maths bit.
I've moved on mentally.
He's a good sportsman,
Are you still
but
talking?
maths is not his strong point.
Fucking gumbo.
You're getting a bit jazzy headed there, kid.
Oh, I am. Advice. Anonymous Lids. Hey up, Lids. I'm an 18-year-old lad from Manchester and recently went clubbing and a guy touched my girlfriend's bottom. He's put arse, but I changed it. She told me it happened, but was unfazed. Now, you were talking about fighting on last Patreon, and I'm in a similar boat to Dan. Never conversed in the language of fisticuffs. Well, that's the first time that's ever been said, isn't it?
I like it.
Never conversed in the language of fisticuffs and basically have no idea about technique or anything. In a situation like that, do I square up to him and potentially get banged out?
Yeah.
Or, especially considering she took it in her stride, do I just leave it alone? The situation made me feel very emasculated for some reason, and I feel embarrassed that I didn't end up doing anything. It took me by surprise, and I didn't know how I was meant to react. Any advice on this would be great. Get on me, up the toffees.
Yes, lad. I get it.
Typical toffee shithouse.
It's weird, isn't it? Serica's broke 2 people's noses. You've done that.
Seriously?
Yeah. In Mojo, someone tried to put his hand up his skirt, so just turned around and did the palm, just smashed his nose, and then when he got a bouncer.
What?
Yeah. She just palmed him in the nose.
And that's exactly how things like this should be dealt with. Violence.
With fucking Serica going Bruce Lee.
I wouldn't if... Yeah. She doesn't take it. She's like... She knows her worth and she knows what she doesn't like, and she just...
Yeah, if you get your nose broken for trying to stick your hand up a girl's skirt, you've got away lightly.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I think they should... This goes back to that spiking thing where you quite rightly got fuming. There should just be policing. We've all got mates who are girls. We've all got sisters, cousins. And if you see a lad trying to stick his hand up, and this is their mates as well, sort your fucking boys out. It's a disgrace.
You need to hit your mate. You need to punch your mate in the face.
Yeah.
If she hasn't or her boyfriend hasn't.
This is a very good question, this.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is the emasculation, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I 100% am feeling a bit powerless and worthless as a result of that because he didn't do anything, right? The flip side of that is if you try and confront a lad and you get your head kicked in, you're going to feel even more emasculated. And
you have to do what she wants as well.
The person doing it, the protagonist, the fucking arsehole who's doing it, is as low as it is possible to get as a human. He's scum, and he's trying to emasculate you, and he's trying to intimidate a woman. They're scumbags. And I don't really know what to do in this. If you don't feel like you can win the fight, you can't really start the fight.
Yeah, because you've got to, haven't you?
You've got to, but then you're going to feel worse when
it happened to me when I went to Pins and we were playing fucking shuffleboard.
Yeah.
And that kid jumped on the shuffleboard and like slid, and he's with all his mates. And I was like, I can't not do anything here, but there's 10 lads. But I had to go over and go, lad, do me a favour, don't do that again.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He was like, oh, lad, we fit you well. I was like, lad, I'm trying to have a date with me girlfriend.
Just a normal human, not being a cunt and intimidating people.
But I couldn't stand there and know that I hadn't been made to look a cunt.
Listen, where are the bouncers? Because I've seen bouncers kick the fuck out of people, and you're like, I'm sure they've been a knobhead in your eyes. Where are you, boys? This is what we need bouncers to be like.
Yeah,
so if the 18-year-old girl goes, this guy's just basically tried to finger me, could you sort it out?
Oh, yeah, no. But if she does that, then they will be immediately removed.
Yeah.
At the minute.
And leave one in.
But it's the fear, isn't it? Some girls don't want to go and start doing stuff like that. They shouldn't have to. They don't want to.
And girls feel like they've got to be sure who's done it. If you're in a packed club and someone just puts the finger up, you're fucking scared from behind you and you turn around and there's 7 lads there and 6 of them haven't even seen the scumbag fucking do it. She might not even know who's done it. It's fucking horrible. It's as low as it gets.
You're grabbing girls.
But if you know who the lad is that's done it, you've either got to try and punch his head in, or if you feel like you can't, you've got to go and get a doorman to do it for you.
Yeah. You've got to square up to him.
If you've never fought and you turn around and there is some fucking rugby league player looking at you going, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but
you can go for it if you want, but you will get your head kicked in. And when the bouncers come over, everyone's going to go, the little guy started it. You're not going to have the moral high ground. You might have been like, I've defended. This is why it's tricky. Because in your head, you're like, I fought, I'll fight again. I've never fought, and neither's he. I know what he's going
so he's
through.
got to get the doorman.
It's fucking minging. Because you're so angry, you want to attack. And in the end, you're doing... The guys who do this stuff are sure of themselves because they're bullies. They're physically touching and intimidating women. Do you think they're not going to do it to a lad that they think they can twat? So you're going to get your fucking head kicked in. And weirdly, they're not going to be in the wrong, because when it all gets separated and who's done what, the bouncer's going to be like, yeah, but you went for him. So what the fuck?
I've got to be honest with you, personally. In that situation, if the doorman are too far away, or I feel like they weren't going to help, I know this might be silly. I'd rather get my head kicked in.
The emotion takes over and you've got to do something.
I'd rather try.
And part of the problem is psycho girls who just lie about stuff like this, because then they make it difficult for bouncers to go.
No, but that's such a minority, isn't it, compared to this actually happening?
And you've also got to think,
basically
if she took it on the chin, she might not want you to go fighting. She could then fall out with you, like, what are you fighting for? That could happen as well.
Hey, this has literally happened to me at a kids' disco at the Edinburgh Festival. Laura's like, a guy just squeezed my ass. And I went, ooh. And she was like, I have no idea. But one of the dads just squeezed my ass. I literally turned around and saw it out. It was packed. This is a fucking kids' disco on a Sunday afternoon at a fringe venue. And it gets you, is it hackles? It gets you instantly, you go, you feel so, I know exactly.
Or your haunches.
Yeah, it's horrific. It's an awful feeling.
You're like,
and then you're looking at every dad. Basically, it's a kid disco. So it's just like dads. It's all blokes in the 30s going, hey, watch out, Jasper, don't fall there. And then you're thinking, one of these is a dirty perv, and we didn't know which one it was.
Could have been a woman.
Could have been one of the kids.
Good.
Yeah. So I
One of
just
the kids could have been like, fucking hell, big bun there. Squeeze.
So ROWE Bags' advice is just start twatting everyone.
Yeah.
Just go berserk and start punching people. Someone's a babe.
You're right in the end.
Come here, Jasper, you little twat. You rapey little 5-year-old twat.
What would you do if you were walking down the high street and a 13-year-old boy grabbed Laura's ass?
Well, that is a fight I feel more confident in.
But are you doing the fight?
Can I punch a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
I literally, do you remember I used to have a bit on that? I benched it and I really like it. When I squared up to a kid at the park on his mountain bike, and all of them shouted because I was like, come on, guys, you're being inconsiderate. And one of them went, oh, fuck yourself. And I had the moment of like, oh, I thought I'd win through being a shouty adult. And one of them went, I think I could take him. And then we had this awful moment. I was like, if it kicks off, what am I going to do? Because he just sends one fucking TikTok, one Snapchat. If he just went, he's got a whole year. He's like, Avengers Assemble. And I've got 3 mates and they live in different places.
Yeah, but what are you doing? You're walking past Primark and a 13-year-old kid goes, fucking belted ass that. Just has a go. Right in front of you.
The great thing about being with Laura, who thinks she's as hard as
she's fell over.
How hard did... have you seen my wife's ass?
He grabbed it quite hard. She tripped over, and the bag went over her face, so she can't see.
Right, so she's
like, yeah. My ass and my eyes.
She's incapacitated.
This 13-year-old, I think, would be a little scared of what he's done. I just went for a fucking squeeze, and I've actually put a woman in a bag.
But she's fine. Your hair, she's just incapacitated.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
She sprained both her ankles.
Imagine if I just fucking spinning kicked him. It'd be amazing.
I think you'd have to.
Yeah,
right in the chin.
But Carl, you go to prison.
Yeah, if you got caught.
What if you missed?
I reckon.
You got caught in the high street where there's CCTV fucking everywhere. There's more CCTV in this country than any other country in the world.
Hats, though.
Just change your hat.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'd chest kick him.
T-kick in the chest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Straight on.
Fuck off, cunt.
Right into Vodafone.
Get me a SIM-only deal while you're in there, you little prick.
Great. Because you need a snappy line when you... Whenever you're
picking your wife up. Go on.
Whenever you twat a child, you need that snappy line, don't you? Because you're going to do 5 years in prison. So you might as well do it,
Yeah, because when the judge reads it out, you'd be like, sick that one.
Yeah. I'm only going to do...
While you're in there, your cunt. Did you say that, Mr. Rowe? I did.
I'm only going to do 2.5.
I actually think I'm going to be making calls from inside. You big soft wig-wearing twat.
Nice. Nice. Get more of a sentence.
She's taking the phone in.
You all right, Carl?
That was stupid, wasn't it?
He's coming in. Fresh meat today at the prison. You heard who's coming? The Vodafone kicker. You give a fuck. We call him Sim only.
Diego Sim only.
Beautifully done. Don't know, mate. Horrible feeling. Don't know what to do.
I felt it not with a grab, but more of like a...
Either go down swinging or get a dorman and just be a little grass.
No, just get a gun. I think that is a Secchione. That's a nice watch.
Isn't it?
I need a new watch.
Watch yourself.
Oh, nailed it. Let's have a break, shall we? Carl, calling it? You are. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's talk about one of our sponsors today. It's NordVPN. Now, I don't know loads about VPNs, but the man to my left here is addicted to the internet, and he's an expert.
See, the fact that you don't use VPN for your private little Danny time is insane to me. It's the most secure way to surf the internet. You can set your location to anywhere on the planet, and that means you get access to, like, you can change it to America, you get American Netflix. You can change it to, like, Saudi Arabia, and you get to watch the Premier League football with the 6 Saudi Arabian commentators on. You get to watch Premier League football that's at 3 o'clock that you can't get over here. It's just a sick way of tricking your computer or any device into thinking you're anywhere in the world. I can't recommend it enough. And the fact that they're now a sponsor and I get a membership of NordVPN for free it's my favourite sponsor we've had so far, apart from Manscaped, because they help me shave my balls.
The deal is a 2-year deal plus 1 month for just 65 quid, $89, which is about 65 quid. It's an amazing deal. It is at nordvpn.com/have a word, code word, have a word.
Go and get it. Watch the footy. Watch whatever you want. Tell your computer where you are. He doesn't get to tell you where you are. My computer sometimes looks at me without my VPN on like, hey, we're in Liverpool here. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're in Belarus.
Nailed it. Welcome to the Happy Haverford podcast. We're making ha-ha.
I do.
We're making sexy ha-ha.
We have Pierre here.
Oh!
How are you?
I'm gonna make it in the mouth. It's my husband. It's my husband.
Haben Sie ein Wort?
Don't actually speak
Custom
German. Don't be
know
cultured. Be borderline racist.
Or xenophobic?
Yeah.
You've got a sexy name, though. Your name's very sexy. I'm very jealous of your name.
My name?
Yeah.
My name in full or just Pierre?
Whoa.
Name in full?
Yeah.
Really?
What's your name in full?
Pierre Novellie.
It's a sexy name.
What do you mean? You want my name? You want my middle
No, I
name?
thought you were like, my name in full.
Oh, like
Van Housen von Schnitzen Novelli. I knew your name. I thought there was going to be more to it. What's your middle name?
Guillaume.
What? Shut
It was
up.
more
You,
to it.
for a South African man who was raised on the Isle of Man and now resides in the UK, sound very French.
Yeah, Novelli's Italian, so there's even more happening that's not relevant.
What's Guillaume?
That's French as well.
Pierre Guillaume
Sounds like someone just
Novellie.
yawned when they were naming you.
Guillaume.
Sound like you're in the Arsenal youth setup. He never got a first team game. Sold him back to Bordeaux. Good player now, though.
I tried to do a bit once about how, because I'm not a good sports guy. I've got fragments of sports knowledge here and there, but every time I see a name trending on Twitter that I don't recognize of any kind, it's either football news, terror attack. Like either like a guy in Norway has gone on a rampage, or something's happened in a like either it's like a horrifying news story or like an American shooting where they're using the shooter's full name. If I see a full name trending, I go football or let's hope football.
It's a contract dispute.
When a celebrity starts trending and you play Dead or Nonce.
Yeah.
It's a good game as well.
Oh. When you see David Attenborough, you don't want it to be either.
No.
What would you rather?
Dead. I don't want the grandfather of animals.
Yep.
Everyone's
But no, he's an
Uncle
animal
David.
nonce, though. He's not a person nonce.
You know.
Like he shagged some giraffes in his time.
Yeah, no smoke without
Where?
fire.
An animal nonce.
As in he shags kid.
If it turns out that
Young
David
animals.
Attenborough has stuck a finger in a fucking giraffe, everyone would be like, yeah, of course.
As long as he was narrating while he did it.
And the giraffe would be like, go on, Dave. Here is the giraffe's ass. The reach.
Yeah.
You think that
Everyone
you're
knew where
telling
this
me-
was going when I got a step ladder.
Doing it with a GoPro.
You're telling me if it,
the giraffe! The Francis Bourgeois of giraffe fingering. Oh, give us a horn!
Are you suggesting a bestiality version of Francis Bourgeois? He's just delighted at all these different animals.
I'm saying if a lot of people did it, it's bestiality. But I think if
Attenborough
Uncle
did
David did it, it's payback. You know,
payback? What have the animals
What?
done?
They've
to him?
given
Given him his career.
So he's done so much
Yep.
to help share the content of
Conservation.
animals. He's brought, you know.
Most of it's CGI, you know. He didn't even fucking go down there with a camera. No, it is. Blue Planet. Most of it is CGI.
Not Blue,
What?
not Blue Planet. Where was David Attenborough in Blue Planet? He wasn't.
Panda?
Blue Panda.
Blue Panda.
Blue Panda. Are you saying Blue Panda? CGI, bro.
It's Blue Planet CGI, says who?
He's just making it up.
I'm not making it up. There was a big controversy about it. It took like fucking 25 years to make. And most of it was editing because they were fucking drawing whales and shit.
Honestly.
25 years.
Shading them in.
And if you'd like to know what Adam's referencing, it'll be in the comments. Adam will comprehensively show all of his bullshit. 25 years drawing. Honestly, episode 3, crayon. That's a fucking penguin.
Is that a real conspiracy?
No, he's made it up. He's gone purple. He's fucking Gumbo. Sorry, Pierre. I'm sorry you had to see this. This is Patreon
It's the
episode vibes.
same colour as his
He's
t-shirt.
gone fucking puce. You absolute Gumbo pube.
It's shit.
Is it Jazzy in here? Google Blue Planet. Thanks for coming, Pierre. Just 2 seconds.
We do need to figure this out.
The guy's from 19 different places and we're shouting about drawn penguins.
I am interested to find out, though.
Uncle David, for all the things that he's done and not done, and he can finger a job, he's never done. They've never
This is
done
going to be
CGI.
so satisfying, by the way. This is going to be so
Attenborough defends shots that were filmed in a studio. They were totally... So, it wasn't fake.
Wasn't CGI though, was it? They've not got Disney Pixar.
I guarantee you the next one down, we'll say that it was CGI.
So, it was
Jesus.
captive wildlife.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was filmed in a
That's
tank.
bollocks as well. So he's gone to the aquarium at Cheshire Oaks with a couple of cameras and we're knighting this country.
Here we are in Ellesmere Port. Stop fingering things, Dave. It is my right.
So it wasn't CGI. It was captive.
So
animals.
bollocks. That's worse, if anything.
They said, pretend you're hatching and we'll let you go. That's what they said to the animals.
let you go.
Like hostages. You want to see your family again.
Behead a puffin.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm interested, Pierre, that you've got French forenames, an Italian surname, South African heritage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to piece this jigsaw together, but I've lost the box.
South African heritage. Go on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Not for the whole way.
Tell me how far that goes back. Let me suggest late Victorian period.
What is the furthest back one? My grandmother was Afrikaans. Like, there's Dutch in there as well.
Okay.
That's like 1700s or some.
Is it?
American style
Oh,
stuff.
right, okay.
Yeah. But then, like, my grandparents were from the UK on the other side.
Okay.
My dad's side's a lot more South African, Italian, weird European mixture stuff. My mum's half English, half Scottish.
Okay.
But she's from South Africa as well. Her parents, I mean.
And French?
So, like South African sports people, they're always called like Francois Leroux and stuff like that. And you're like, what?
Is that a real person?
Gianni Duplessis. Yeah, they're all real people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the
there's
all
loads
the
of
rugby players.
Johnny
the
Van der
cricketers.
Gas?
There's loads of Dutch, and that's back to it's Dutch and English. Like JB de Villiers is that's a
Yeah,
Dutch.
Only South African
De Villiers,
sports
you know.
person that I know is Shabalala.
Shabalala.
Yeah.
Shabalala, yeah.
The one who scored that goal in the first game of the South African World
What's
Cup.
his name though?
Shabalala.
No, but how did you pronounce it?
Shabalala. It's like banana rama. It's
Shabalala. Shabalala. That writes itself,
Do
that
you
one.
remember that bit of commentary though? It's one of the best bits of commentary in
A
football
goal
history.
for all of Africa.
You don't remember it?
The first goal, twat bastard in the top corner.
Absolute
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
thunder
absolutely.
come to the strike.
He shabalaed it.
But because he's got the best possible name for commentary, as long as you know what it is, the fella goes berserk and goes Shabalala, goal for all of Africa.
Yeah.
It's fucking
quality.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's your heritage.
That's exactly. Yeah. No, they're like De Villiers. It's like De Villiers, you know. It's French as hell because there were a
you
bunch
say
of
it like
French
that.
Protestants who all moved down there and got
It's
absorbed.
French, innit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we're so
Anything
used
is
to
if you say
seeing-
it like that, though, isn't it? You could say Adam. You could say Adam Rowe.
Adam Rowe.
Adam Rowe.
Adam Rowe.
What would you do if it turned out that the most pretentious people in Paris were there's like a cell of Have a Word fans in Paris. You go on holiday to Paris and a bunch of guys in Hermes scarves.
Oh yeah.
Monsieur Rowe.
Paris Fashion Week. Hey, I'm a Patreon.
And they push Heidi Klum out of the way. Go, be gone! And they're across the street to you.
El Rowe bags.
Fucking love it.
Je suis un lid.
Nous sommes les bons lits.
There's loads of posh cunts in this country with French names as well.
Yeah.
Because of the revolution. Where they did the right thing, chopped off a load of fucking Tories' heads, and all the poshies were like, oh, we need to get the fuck out of Paris. And where did they come? London to stay with their posh cunt English mates. So we have, if you trace the history of names, etymology, loads of French sounding names within look at Francis Bourgeois.
They were Huguenots.
I mean, that
as
is
well.
the most French-sounding name ever, and it's just a Tory who chases trains.
Annie Borgo.
All the ones who went to South Africa were Huguenots, which is like a kind of type of Protestant, and they were not popular.
Okay.
And they moved to London as well, and they had an influence on the Cockney
Were they
accent.
a bit? Were they like militant? Was it Calvinist sort
They
of?
were pretty grumpy.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They were pretty a bunch of grumpy gusses, I think. The French king.
Puritans who got
them
told to fuck off, basically.
buckled hats.
Right. All right. Okay.
Intense vibes.
So they ended up in South Africa.
Yeah, and the Netherlands and London. Yeah.
Is history lesson here?
I'm enthralled. I genuinely mean that.
But
what it is,
if you trace back the history of Christians being kicked out of this country, it's pretty interesting. It's why basically Oliver Cromwell was a Puritan, wasn't it? And they,
Yes.
yeah. So There's loads of rules about what you can and can't do that they put in place
Yeah.
that are Puritan Christian, which is basically like, don't do anything fun. Jesus said nothing about having fun. And after a while, they just got booted out.
Yeah.
And they ended up in all these outreaches in America, all over the sort of Commonwealth, because England went, fuck off, you boring cunts. We want to eat a mince pie on Christmas Day. I still think there's rules about eating mince pies on Christmas Day.
What, you're not allowed to eat them?
Because
it tastes like shite?
Because in that mid-17th century era, it was like there was laws put
They
in against...
suppressed Christmas a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they said it was if you have too much fun, it's like being a pagan.
Yeah. Which is Jehovah's rule. We talked about Jehovah's last week.
Oh, yeah.
Same as Jehovah's. You can't celebrate.
I got a
anything.
message from a Jehovah's earlier, by the way.
From a
Well,
Jehovah's.
the
Are
daughter
they on
of a
email now?
from the daughter of a Jehovah's.
On from doors to windows.
Said me Ma's a Jehovah's, and if you want any questions answered, just give us a message.
You can't celebrate your birthday, I don't
No,
think. If you're a Jehovah's
can't.
Witness.
I don't even think they tell them when it is.
Really?
Just so they're not tempted.
Yeah. How old am I? A bar 5 or 6. Can't get into details.
A week or so. Your name must have opened some doors, though, when you were younger, surely.
Open some doors.
Yeah, like ladies and stuff.
No, people just... Once you start talking about Huguenots,
Do you
everyone...
mean drawers?
Ah. Old-fashioned, but sexy.
De Villiers over here.
Yeah. No, I think once you start talking about Huguenot migration in the 1700s, most women tend to...
Oh, get me some kitchen roll.
Oh, tell me more.
Oh, Professor Pussy.
Yeah.
But you grew up on the Isle of Man.
Moved there around the time I turned 7, which is quite a transfer
You're like
from
7 or so.
Johannesburg. Yeah, 7 or so. I wouldn't want to...
How did that go down? Because that's a pretty, like,
Pretty weird.
not a lot of immigration.
We moved
You're
in-
basically, they've got an immigrant.
They were excited. Yeah.
Right.
No, I was we moved in midwinter. That was a mistake. Midsummer in South Africa to midwinter on the Isle of Man.
Jesus.
Gets dark at 4 or whatever. Wind is blowing everything fucking sideways.
Can I ask a weird question? Maybe
Yeah.
it's personal. Maybe you don't want to tell us. Why did you move from South Africa to the Isle of Man?
So
What laws did your family break?
we were banished. Yeah.
Did you
We weren't
lose a
good at-
farm by any chance?
No, we're strictly urban South Africans. We're in
right.
Johannesburg, not city centre. It was for my dad's job. It was only supposed to be for 2 years. Because if you set up a business on the Isle of Man, you pay almost no tax. And they wanted to set up a branch in Europe, and they were like,
Sorry,
well,
what?
we're not going to pick France.
Sorry, what?
Dan, get on that.
Yeah, Dan.
Who wants to use Rowe's boat that he's definitely getting soon?
Yeah.
And let's start a Have a Word studio in the Isle of Man.
Douglas Studios.
Nice.
Yeah. Haveaword.iom. .im. That would be the
So
web address.
is it a tax haven?
Well, yeah, but it's not an easy one. Actually, you have to go live there and
You have
do
to live there
things
for like
and stuff.
5 days or something.
No, it's most of the year at
I
least.
saw that on Don't
it
Tell
has
the
to be
Bride.
51% of the year, doesn't it?
He's got it, yeah, at least. And you got to get resident status. And if you want a fun one, go to the Caribbean, one of the naughty places.
Cayman
Anywhere a
Islands and
Russian goes. Not now. But anywhere they used to go. That's the place you
Anyway,
want
they
to
go unarmed.
Yeah.
Air tax havens.
Yeah. Pretty much. Whereas, there's no Isle of Man's being like, we have this beautiful rain-swept cottage. I'd love to live here. That doesn't really.
Abramovich.
Yeah. But
all
no,
right.
yeah. So if you're going to set up a business that's going to be international anyway, fuck it. Yeah, do it.
How was it changing schools? How were the kids when you got to school? How old
I'd
were
never
you?
been to school.
What?
I've been to. You start school when you turn like 7. South Africa's like fucking Norway. You just kind of dick around in the woods till you turn like 6 or 7, and then they chuck you in primary school.
Wow.
So it's straight to essentially a Northwest primary school with an incomprehensible voice. No one understood a fucking thing I was saying, and I didn't understand a fucking
You might as
thing
well
they were
be
saying.
Norwegian.
Yeah,
Did you used to have a thick South African accent?
thick Johannesburg accent, South African accent, and then they all had these, to my ears, fucking insane accents, and like it just took a while. The UK has so many accents. I had to work my way through it like a fucking video game.
Does have a lot of accents.
Yeah,
Like-
my parents couldn't understand people from Liverpool at all.
Yeah,
They'd go across to Liverpool on the ferry if they, like,
Yeah.
you go to Cheshire Oaks or whatever, or
Yeah.
you go to Trafford Centre or whatever. You want to do something, it's kind of the nearest city. And they'd just walk around like they were.
Imagine
Yeah.
having to get a boat to the nearest city.
Yeah. And not a great boat in winter either. Real vomit comet, you know.
It's going to be great next week, though, when I have to get it.
But
that big Isle of Man tour date, which is sold out.
But you can get... I think it's just release a few extra tickets.
Release another 600 tickets.
Oh, yeah, they pinned it and sold out at 240, but then they were like, oh, how do my wife is from the East Midlands and she can't speak Scouse.
Yeah.
So when we had landscapers in to sort out the back garden, they were like telling her stuff.
Yeah,
and she was going...
Yeah.
I've had to be an interpreter for it.
Yeah.
Dan, teach him some new Scouse that you've learned today.
Yes.
You've learned some Scouse today.
We taught Dan Scouse in the first half.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we taught him some...
Can you remember any?
Words?
Yeah. No. I can't remember any. A bar.
A bar?
Do you know what that means?
It's a sort of disco band, isn't it?
No. It's about.
A bar? Oh, yeah, a bar. Okay.
A bar.
Well, that was you being sly. What were you saying?
Arlas. Right, Arlas.
What if it's freezing cold?
Yeah, but that...
What if it's freezing cold?
Yeah, but then he's going to know what I'm...
Yeah, I know.
We're testing him.
I'm just teaching him.
I don't know any. I'm not claiming to.
Freezing cold.
Frabs.
And dead off.
Frabs.
Jazzy.
Jazzy?
Yeah.
For when it's hot.
If it's boiling
like
hot.
a real... Okay.
And when you've got and when you've got an erection, you've got an umbengwe. Got a fucking stinking umbengwe there, lad.
Who are you telling that to?
I don't know.
Stinking. Fucking get on my stinking umbengwe.
If he said that to me, I would never speak to him ever again.
I just want Pierre to go. I don't know when.
Like, get on my boner there. I'll be out the door.
Fucking hell, girl.
Empty chair.
Oh my God.
My parents were walking around Liverpool like they were from fucking Taiwan, just
But
nodding politely, people saying things.
I
to
only notice how insane Scouse lingo is when I've got a friend of mine, like another comic, who's come to do a weekend in Liverpool and we hang out with my mates from like school. So like me and Carl went to school together. We still see like a group of the lads that we went to school with, and occasionally I'll be meeting them for a drink, and I'll be like, "Oh, Ishan, come and meet these guys," and Ishan knows a lot of Scousers now. But like someone meeting my group of mates for the first time, and then I go into school mode and it's all lingo and in jokes and everything, and you can just see them like having like a little table tennis match. Or at the Fringe in the past, when for a full month my accent softens quite a lot.
Yeah,
like I very naturally mimic people, which is a flaw, but I can't really help it. And then on the last weekend of the Fringe, he'll come up, and people I've been able to communicate quite effectively with for a full 3 weeks watch me and him have a conversation with me like,
with pints.
Is this Klingon?
But that's not a flaw. That's a skill. That's code switching. I do that if I talk to my cousin on the phone. I'm South African for the rest of the day, you know, and you talk to a posh person.
I love code switching, but we couldn't talk about it on the podcast. But
why?
I did it in uni because it's not really fun.
No, is it not fun?
No, it's some people adapt, other people mimic.
Are you
like my neighbour mimics when he's talking to me.
Fully, no.
He goes northern.
Yeah.
The guy but he's like, we need to fix this. You're like, what? I can hear it in him.
No, I mean coders in language, not dialect. I mean, can you speak more than one language?
Not fluently, no.
All right. I mean, people who can switch, be like talking to the mum in Spanish.
But you can code switch in terms of like other like class and stuff as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, language-based.
Language-based, yeah.
Yeah, but isn't this a version of it?
It is,
basically.
yeah.
It's just adapting, isn't it?
My vocabulary is about 50% bigger if I hang around with Alfie Brown for more than 3 hours. Like I start using bigger, like more intelligent
and you have
words.
a 10-minute chat in about an hour and a half. Skip to the end of the sentence. Thank you, Alfie. Yeah, but it's like when you went to the States, you had to tune it into them, didn't you?
Yeah. Absolutely.
They don't understand accents at all.
The States?
Just Americans, no.
Yeah, so I had people ask me if I was Irish.
Yep.
People asked me if I was Scottish.
Yep.
And someone's first guess was Syrian.
You do look Syrian.
Syrian?
So I'm literally sat upstairs at the Comedy Cellar, and one of the comics is listening to me talk to other people, and he goes, "So hey man, you Syria? You from Syria?"
What if...
Fuck off.
Can I just...
Have I not told you this yet?
Can I just say... For a first guess.
I know. That's what bent my head. I was like, maybe it's like a third or fourth. He's like Irish, Scottish, I don't know, Moroccan,
refugee,
Syrian.
You've adapted quickly.
He went in at Syrian. Hey man, so you Syrian?
I start at Syrian. And I work my way.
On Chili's hospital.
Nah, me too, Jazzy in Syria. Is there different accents in? So if you were talking to someone from like Cape Town, and I'm not talking about class, because my mate lives in Stellenbosch, which is basically
fancy,
the fancy country near Cape Town. But if you were from Joburg, could you hear the accent of Cape Town or Johannesburg?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but if it's a really strong Joburg accent, like some of my cousins have, or my step cousins, then I can go, okay, that sounds like so and so who I know.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's Joburg. Cape Town, they're all like, it's more like chilled out, like surfers. But South Africa, it's such a diverse place that there isn't. Class is just money.
There's other divides. There's other divides.
So many more interesting divides.
Because we were talking before about like Lancashire, where I'm from. You have 10 miles and there's a different town.
Yeah.
To me, they sound different in Blackburn and Burnley. Yeah. I can hear it. No one else will be able to hear it. It's the same for you. I can't really hear the difference between the Wirral and Liverpool, but these can spot it a fucking mile.
We can tell you what, within a small range, we can tell you what area from Liverpool you're from.
Yeah.
Especially north and south. So North Liverpool is a lot harsher. Me and Carl and our Jack, it has got a North Liverpool accent. I'm happy, lad, you all right? Yeah, we're going to have a fucking pint on the weekend. South Liverpool is Ringo Starr. Is fucking the fat controller. Yeah. I'm from Egbert and a driver see it.
See, that's what
That's a see it. That's a fucking say it.
Not in South Liverpool.
Where did he go from? I'm from Egbert.
I drive a car and it was lightning. Let me go for it. A see it.
And John.
A Beatha. That's a car.
My name's John and I work as a fucking window cleaner Monday to Friday. But on a Saturday, I spin bits.
These are real people. Go around
Egbert. Spin bits means?
Go around Egbert. Try not to get knocked over by a see it.
Do you know what spin bits means?
DJ.
No?
Oh, that's another one.
Sell drugs.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, spinning bits is selling
Spinning
drugs.
bits.
Yeah.
An Egbert drug dealer.
Yeah.
Window cleaner. I also narrate children's train programs.
Thomas was on the level.
The fat controller's lost a bit of weight.
It's stolen. It's jazzy property.
From
okay, so you can use it in that sense as well.
You can, yeah.
See, I'm learning Scouse. You guys should get a Duolingo app. I can't wait to be harassed by that fucking owl in a Scouse accent.
Adam Rosetta Stone here. Helping everyone out.
Very good.
Fuckity fuck. How do you find gigging up here?
Can I I just want to, because I don't know whether our listeners will know this. And on the subject of translation, my first introduction to your work was when you did Edinburgh Comedy Fest live many times ago, and you translated. So my favorite movie is The Lion King.
Oh yeah.
And the song at the start of The Lion King. Do you know what it means? Do you know what the words mean?
No, because Danny Mack has done the Arsene Wenger bit for so long. I genuinely think of Arsenal in about 2007, 2008.
So, but do you not know what it translates to?
It's Ladysmith Black Mambaza.
Yeah, that's what it translates to.
Ladysmith Black Mambaza.
Is it them doing it though?
They were.
You're an African. Come on.
Were they involved? Elton John was the main director of the whole movie's music. Wasn't
but that wasn't Elton John at the start.
No, that wasn't him.
Yeah.
Elton John wrote the music for Lion King.
Yeah.
Or he was like the
There's
musical
no
director.
way you don't know this.
Come on, bro.
His on the wall.
Can you feel the love tonight?
That's the man himself.
That's Elton John.
And here's one. Phil Collins, Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
You need to stop.
I'm having a small one.
Don't say the name.
Stop.
Don't give us any fucking money.
I haven't said the name. I'm just drinking it.
Dan has stopped doing cocaine and is seeking counselling for it and has replaced it with this
Phil Collins
energy
juice.
powder.
Other energy drinks are available.
Okay.
But I don't want them because they're shite. Get on me. Get on me.
I want you to guess what those words mean at the start of The Lion King.
It's Arsene Wenger. I can't hear anything. I can just see Arsene.
Pierre, would you mind telling them what it is?
So it's Nan Singonya Mabagiti Baba City and then it goes on like that. But that bit Nan Singonya Mabagiti Baba is what I cut out the bit where it's at the end it says dad or father. It's like, look, there's a lion. Yes, here comes a lion. Basically, it's just saying here are some lions.
There's a lion coming.
Oh yes, it's a lion.
Mate, there's a load of Africans could have avoided being eaten by a lion if they just shouted that shit.
Scream.
Oh, there's a lion! Oh, shit, there's a lion. It's got Dave, yeah. It's eating Dave's head.
Stop drinking that
Dave's
drink.
dead.
Yeah, what's in that?
Shut up.
Heroin.
What is in that?
It's
He's hiding it. It's not good.
You never know how much I fucking hate you right now. Horrible cunt.
You can't have any more.
Yeah.
It's bad for you.
You're gonna
Your
turn
shit
yellow.
is going to be the colour of this green.
It's an intervention.
You're the kid who drank too much Sunny D and turned yellow.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, that'd be you.
Yeah?
Became a coward.
Yellow-bellied. Yeah?
Carry on.
Yeah.
I'd love to listen if I could just stop hearing this humming sound in my life.
You're listening through your eyes.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of the song? Is it just like, oh, lions
Oh,
are
it does. It does. Look, the lyrics expand.
Yeah,
No, they
okay,
cover
right.
some more ground than that.
Okay.
But it was that little start was enough for me to comedically enhance how stupid I thought it
The
was.
rest of them is just Saturday Night by Wigfield, translated into African. The next line is dee-dee-da-da-da. I swear to God, Google it.
It's only semi-true that
Sneak.
I asked my uncle to translate it. I put that in because you got to personalize it, don't you? But my uncle is a proper African. He's on his 7th or 8th language now. He's a real he speaks almost all the South African languages. There's 11, and
There's
he's
11 languages
there's
in
11
one country.
That's small for Africa. That's low. That's 11 official ones. Yeah.
How does any other African country get anything done?
They use whatever language the last murderous barbarians who colonized them spoke.
Lingua
South
franca?
everyone has to speak English, lingua franca, French, English, Portuguese, whatever. But because you grow up around it, it's if you grow up around 3 different groups, right? It's not uncommon to just grow up speaking 2 or 3 languages. Like you don't have to learn it because you're a kid. You just fucking absorb it like a sponge.
Mad.
There's not that many, is it? Compared to like Nigeria and stuff
Nigeria
like
is like triple figures or something. If you count all of them, it's insane.
Is it all loosely based on the same?
No, some of them are like different groups even. That's the worst part of you go like, well, at least I could kind of like French and Spanish, and they go, no,
So-
fuck you, no, it's
so
all
there
going to
could
be
be
difficult.
2 fellas in Nigeria who were born and bred in Nigeria, have never
Yeah.
lived anywhere else in their lives,
Yeah.
who cannot communicate because they speak completely. They both speak 50 languages each, but they just don't happen to have.
that. They probably don't go anywhere
one
near each
common
other.
denominator.
If they only speak the languages from where they are, then depending on if they're related, they might understand each other a bit. But yeah, no,
But it's not like they're bumping into each other at the fucking petrol station all the time. They probably just stay in their bits.
well, they might. Well, depends. If we're imagining guys who don't move around, yeah, depends.
That's
But
wild.
the point is like
There's a lot of bedbound Nigerians who just can't speak to anyone.
no, and they listen to this.
They love it.
It's a big section of the fans. Yeah, no, the amount of languages available to
How's gigging over in Liverpool? You gigged up in. How'd you find it?
up north or in Liverpool. Because it's been a while since I gigged in Liverpool. To be fair, a long time. I'm very lazy. I'm based down south, and I'm very lazy about it. Actually,
You just do mainly London clubs before you
a
go.
bit, or just like anywhere where I can, because I can drive, but I don't, because I live in a flat, in London. So having a car is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So if I can get the train back, then I'll gig there more often. Whereas the second you get past Birmingham in this country, they just go, you don't want to go home. You want to stay in a B&B run by a murderer.
Yeah. You must stay in Congleton
Yeah.
for 3 days.
Yeah. So I've done like a few gigs everywhere, but there's not many places that far that I do regularly. I went through a real phase of doing the Northeast a lot.
Yeah, I do that every now and then.
You go through a phase, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just seem to constantly. I think it was Scotland recently.
Yeah, we've been in Scotland so often.
Yeah, and we're going back at the start of next month.
Are we?
Yeah.
Where did you go in Scotland? Where was the weirdest place?
Plain Castle, just outside of Stirling for Paul Smith's stag do. And then we had a night in Stirling in one of the, like a TARDIS of a nightclub. Like just a tiny front door. And you're like, well, that can fit, 30 people? And then every student from Scotland was in
It was
one
a
building.
super club. It was like 4 floors.
What?
Absolutely insane.
In Stirling?
In Stirling. And Stirling was lovely.
Yeah.
I actually would like to go back.
Shout out to Sterling.
Yes.
Can we do a gig in that nightclub?
Yeah. Yeah, we can. We just put a
Love
club
that.
night on. That's the next stage of our careers,
What? Who's
Club
DJ?
nights.
All of us.
I just need 2 more tubs of sneak and then I'm ready.
Today.
I'll be the dancer.
You're going to be mixing alcohol with that soon. I can see it coming. We're going to be going out for a drink and he's going to be bringing his fucking noncy little cup and he's going to be putting vodka and gin in it.
Just gonna snort it dry.
Putting a little spoon
I smell
into a fresh Guinness. What's the flavor?
Like it's blue
Battery.
flavour.
What? Pate or batty?
Battery.
Batty.
Oh, that's a fucking chewing gum.
Thank you.
That smells like the fucking
hashtag not ad.
what's that chewing gum that comes in a big spiral?
Can I just have my vice? Can I just have my vice? Is that all right?
Grape Crush.
Can you just let me
Grape,
have
yeah,
my
grape
fucking
flavour.
vice? What's your vice?
What's my vice? Till recently, overeating.
Oh, really?
Love to overeat. Love to feel painfully full. Big fan.
I'm going to bob with this guy.
Because then you
Yeah.
just rest.
You just rest like a big snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pandemic was a motherfucker for that, wasn't it? When you're like, no one has to see me. Great.
3.5 stone. Put on 3.5 stone.
Oh,
in
biscuit
18
tits.
months.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
would rather have one really big meal
Yeah.
than like two.
100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
At the end of the day as well.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
I would have got to have one really big meal.
But I'd rather
Every
have
meal.
like, I'd rather wait. I'd rather skip lunch or breakfast
Yep.
and then get to tea and have a
Yes.
starter, main, and a
Yeah.
dessert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a big snake.
Yes.
Adam won't feed again for 7 days.
He fucking will. Hours, maybe.
I like to feel the fullness is what I
Yeah,
don't. Some people, they get fat because they eat purely for taste. So it's like they don't eat much, but what they do eat is like very like melted butter and cheese and like decadent, which is also great.
Yes.
But as long as I can overeat, it's just that I just need to eat too much of something that's not going to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
But I like to eat
Was
too
that
much.
what you're saying? Too much healthy stuff.
I still get some satisfaction from it, as long as it's too much. That's
mean,
my
how much
key
is too mu-
requirement.
If you can feel full off salad, you are eating a lot of salad.
You
on
gotta,
heavy salad.
you got to get creative. You got to put a shift in.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
Just eat a whole like lettuce.
Yeah, like a massive apple.
and the middle of it as well.
Yeah,
Something wrong with this apple. Flavourless shite.
Keep going. Keep going. Eat the pips, you pussy.
Is that your vice, Dan? Energy drinks?
It is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hasn't always been.
It's a better one.
Yeah, a little bit. Uppers.
Yeah.
I think uppers is my vice. Things
Yeah.
that make me feel like I'm doing the limitless shit.
I'm a coffee lunatic as well, to be fair. A lot
I'm
of
coffee,
caffeine.
beer, and eating shite.
Yeah.
I've got 3.
I've managed to cut the beer out because I've used my own laziness. You know how like in judo, you use your opponent's weight or power against them?
Yeah.
I am so lazy that I've judoed that against myself. And if I don't have beer or shit food in the flat, I won't even go get it. Even if I really want it. Because that would involve doing something. And I'm really fucking lazy.
Yeah.
See,
You're putting a little roadblock up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Make life filled with obstacles that lead down bad roads.
Yeah.
Put a little block up.
So you know, like your family tree.
Yeah.
You know, how, like trees sometimes will bear fruit. Well, my family tree has got like vodka bottles on it.
Right, okay.
Just riddled
Cider.
with
It's
alcohol.
a cider tree. Okay.
So I don't really drink at home
Yeah,
unless I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Like specific, we're having a night in and we're having a drink and whatever.
Yeah.
I just won't drink in the house
Yeah.
because it's just a slope.
But you've got a phenomenal little bar, haven't you?
Yeah. But like
You
a lot of those like bottles have been opened, had one drink poured out of them, and have sat there for like 18 months.
It's more
now.
of a collection than a
But also,
a usable bar.
I think if it's fancier, it's harder to break, right? Because you go, well, this is a fancy bar, and it's nothing fancy's happening.
Yeah.
Whereas just like 8 tins in the fridge, you can have those whenever you want.
I do have.
I know
I've
what you
constantly got 2 6-packs in the fridge just in case a mate turns up after the gig and it's like,
You're a
let's have a
stronger
beer.
man than me.
My beer fridge looks fucking great. I'm not bothered. But
Really?
I've got mates who do drugs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got halfway through that bag, and I just threw it in a drawer." It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I could not have that in my. That's because in my head I'd be like,
It's like those people who eat like 2 biscuits out of a packet per day for like
freaks.
months.
Oh yeah, it's got half gone.
Insane.
People who wrap crisp wrappers up because you haven't finished them yet. Oh, I'll eat them later.
I ate an entire
That's
bag
insane.
of
Coke.
crispy M&Ms last night because I looked at the packet and went 173 calories, and I literally drank them. It's a third of the bag.
Oh, that serving bullshit. Every serving of Domino's pizza, you go, what is this? A cubic inch. The amount that would come out if you stabbed it with a pole. That's the serving size.
Shout out to the guy who messaged me on Instagram at 2 minutes to 3 on Saturday night going into Sunday morning. and was obviously off his barnet on drugs. And we've talked about this, addiction and all of that stuff. I've been honest about it, went a bit weird with it, got a bit of counselling, doing loads better. And he was like, obviously high and a bit fucking tuned in, and decided he was like, oh, I'm a bit worried. I messaged Dan because obviously he's talked about it, and then nailed the most brutal typo in the history of typos. At 2 minutes to 3 in the morning, went, "Hiya Dan, love the podcast. Just asked for a bit of advice really, because you've been so open about it and talked about your problems with it. But I just want to know, because I think I've got a bit of an issue. When did you know for a fact that you had a problem with cock?"
Oh, I think he meant that.
No,
I think
there was genuinely no, because I messaged back in the morning. I messaged back in the morning when I was on the way to Bewilderwood with my family, which is a garden, like a woods walk around, and I was like, "Oh, this it reeks of like I'm high on my own."
Yeah.
And then I messaged back going, "Mate, what an absolutely corking typo." And then it got seen, and then he deleted it.
He sent you a picture back.
No.
With 2 cocks.
I think he was like, "Ugh." Oh man.
Yeah, the horrors.
I think when you.
No one's that funny at 2 to 3.
No.
That's why
2
I
minutes
think it's
to 3.
real.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
2
do
minutes to 3. No one's like, I've thought of a really good.
In my head, I'll never have a drinking problem as long as I'm always in a building I don't live in with people I don't live with.
Yeah.
That's my attitude towards
That's
it.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're very firm with stuff, Carl. You're not like...
No, I'm not like...
Me and him have got the same bugs that are different. Like, it's the same... A lot of comedians are like this. Like, the most ordered person ever. Yeah. But like, my house is always tidy. Got it really well. Like, you go around and it's like... Yeah. Like, I've got... Like, I get stuff... I eat like a fucking stupid child.
Yeah.
Like, I've got that bit of my life sorted. All of my finances sorted, really grown up. Yeah. You look at what I eat, happily eat chicken nuggets and smiley faces at 41 years old and be like, I don't know what's going on. Put on the tits on here, lad.
I'm in a healthy phase at the moment, but during lockdown, I ate like I was going to prison.
Like last night?
Yeah. Every day was the day before I was going to go to prison for a long time.
Eat like no one's watching.
No one was.
No
one was. That was the whole problem. That was the whole problem.
Were you on the lockdown on your own, on your Todd?
No, but my flatmate was still going into work, who I lived with at the time. So I had just this day of like...
Oh, wow.
I got good at cooking,
nothingness.
though. Yeah, I got good at cooking, though, but like... in like a...
Too
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Big portions.
Big portions of Michelin star level food. That's normally like a fucking coaster. You'd have a Michelin star roast dinners.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Mounded
I don't know how I got fat. I just ate 300 scallops.
The guy from Ocado doing the delivery going, lad, come on. Come on. It's only so big, the truck.
I was told you were a restaurant. That's what I thought this was a catering order.
How many covers have you got tonight? One! Me!
Yeah.
Before we go into a little break, I just want to briefly touch on, you've got your own podcast that you do.
Yeah.
You do it once a week with Phil Wang, who's another phenomenal comic that we'll do our best to get on the couch at some point and check his special out, Philly Wang Wang on Netflix. But you do what?
That is that the name of his special?
It is, yeah.
Cool. Because if it's not, it feels like you made up a racist term, doesn't it? Oh, Philly Wang Wang, or whatever it's called.
But you do a podcast every week called Bud Pod.
That's right, yeah, once a week.
Because you're buds.
We're buds, and we have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally get a tweet supposed to be directed at something to do with weed. Oh, yeah. Every now and then. Early days, that was an issue. It's not very formatted because we're too lazy. So...
But it's a podcast with
two fun guys.
And again, Dan, just before we go into the break, could you just show all our listeners the new picture you got sent?
Yes.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Do you know what I'd actually say? Because genuinely, could I just have this a sec? Whenever we get sent a portrait in, I don't really care for them, to be honest with you, but it makes his day. That's funny. Right? So the more of you, we've got quite a lot of you who like a little scribble and a drawing and stuff. Just keep sending in drawings of Dan. Because honestly, when he opens them and sees them, you never see him as happy. Like, it's like he's had 10 sneaks when he opens one of these pictures.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite good. It's fucking brilliant.
Someone done one of me, didn't he?
That's really good.
It's on the wall.
It is.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It is definitely good.
Someone done one
And
of
to
me.
be fair to you, Dan, they've drawn it as if you've lost some weight as well.
Look at mine.
This last one wasn't too good though.
That's meant to be me.
No, that one could do with some work. I'm not even wearing glasses on that.
That's meant to be me. Someone sent that in saying, this is Carl.
Dan, that's Chris Akabusi.
Oh yeah.
Why's Chris
yeah, it is.
Why is Chris Akabusi
Oh, it's
on
a
the wall?
it's a printout.
It's a printout of
Oh, I
Chris
thought it was a
Akabusi.
drawer. I thought it was a drawer.
Adam, why is Chris Akabusi on the wall?
Because the other day, while Stig was trying to print out contracts, like really important contracts that needed immediately signing when me and Dan were in a rush to leave, you blocked the printer with a full colour drawing of Chris Akabusi.
Steve went like, if the ink runs out, you're going to buy more.
And that took about 15 minutes to print.
Well.
The printer was screaming.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that?
You?
Yeah, it's me.
That's wired.
It's absolutely off his box, you know. You're genuinely not having any more of that today.
Oh, all right.
You've got a picture of the weird little assassin.
Yeah,
From
because
Pink Panther.
one of the guests come in and said that looks like me.
That's Adam's first press shot.
Available for parties, bar mitzvahs.
And this is my current one. Thank you for buying tickets for Stockton. Sold out. Stockton upon Tees.
It's good to have the USP.
I've got a tour date that needs a little shift. I'm about halfway to sold out in Middlesbrough, second date.
Middlesbrough.
Because we've done Stockton. So if you're in Middlesbrough, you know, come and see that. Let's have a break because it's getting off the rails.
It's really silly.
Press the button.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. We want to tell you about one of our sponsors. It's Pack Coffee.
It is. They've become my favourite little independent coffee company, to be honest with you. Since they become a sponsor, I've drank a lot of their stuff. They're independent, they're fair trade, they're better trade. They're so proud of their products that every farmer who grows the coffee, their name goes on the bag. So if it's made by someone called John, it'll say John Coffee on the bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't put your name on something that you're not proud of, do you? Pack Coffee is the shit.
They've won awards. It gets delivered to your door. Make a pack to get better coffee. If you haven't tried Pack Coffee yet, we'll help you get started with 50% off.
Half price, kid!
Your first and third order. Not your second. Your first and third order when you create a new pack plan. Go to packcoffee.com. That's P-A-C-T coffee.com. Can you spell packed?
P-A-C-T.
Nailed it. That's why you get paid. Create your flexible coffee subscription. Enter the code WORD50 at checkout.
W-O-R-D 50.
And get specialty coffee through your letterbox. Now, you can also use this offer on their brand new and improved coffee pods, which come in their classic bourbon cream and fruit and nut espresso flavors. For these packs have used controlled oxygen levels to create pod coffee like you've never tasted before. Don't wait. Go to packcoffee.com and create your coffee subscription. Code is valid when you create a Pack Coffee plan for new customers only.
I drink so much of this stuff, you could call this a coffee pod.
And we are back.
Part 4 of 4 of the Halfway podcast. We're still here with Pierre Novellie.
That's right.
Yes.
Have some, how you say, correspondence?
Correspond.
Oh, that's Japanese.
Yes, Lids, how are we? Love the pod. You guys got me through basic training with the banter.
Basic training.
Ah.
Basic training.
This a soldier.
I mean,
If it's not, he's really talking up whatever other job he does.
he's Mujahideen.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
He's been in a camp, South Afghanistan, you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He says, just wanted to ask a quick question. If you could only do one for the rest of your gigs, which would it be? Opening, middle, or closing? Love you guys. That's from George Wellspring, who is trained, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So, he's talking about club gigs just forever. We just do the same.
What you want to do forever is tour, probably. But I mean, if you're on the old circuity circs,
Yeah.
which we are, which we still love doing,
If they're all the same fee, then put me in the middle.
would you? Yeah. Do you know, this feels like something we've done before. We've probably touched on it. But I was like, I can't. In my head, I'm like, I thought you'd want to row your back to it and close.
No, I'd rather go in the middle and ruin the headliner's evening.
I like opening. I just feel like you get the canvas at its blankest.
That's true.
I like opening for new material.
Yeah.
Right.
You get to go home. sooner.
Yeah, big
Always
fan
a bonus
of
on the second
going
gig.
home.
Don't you?
I love home. It's where all my things are.
Are you one of the weird cunts that actually enjoyed a Zoom gig then?
Well, I didn't necessarily enjoy the process. Some gigs on Zoom were good and some weren't, but
You like being at home.
I shut my laptop and I was already in my house,
Yeah.
in my flat. Wow, it's like teleporting. I was at a gig and now I'm here on my couch.
Yeah, I did very, very few of them. I didn't do any club Zoom gigs. I did a few corporates.
Yeah.
And doing a corporate gig in my undies with no socks on, with just a shirt and a
Yeah.
was just fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
The stuff is delicious, by the way.
I did a Zoom gig in Australia, as in the gig was nominally happening in Australia, but that meant I did a paid gig and I was done by like lunch.
Yeah.
And already home.
It was so bastardized. It was of its time, but I don't know. I like being at home, but not enough to forego live audiences.
No, not forever. Yeah. Not forever.
Closing, I think everyone thinks closing is the best, and it usually is a necessity because when you're on your way up, you want the most money. And then if that isn't a factor, I'd rather not go on last when some bell-ender's overrun by 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Showboating shite in the middle.
Okay, then. So it's 150 to open, 150 to middle, 220 to close. What are you picking then?
Well, for 20 years, I'd have picked closing.
But what about now?
Because 70...
Yeah.
No,
70 quid.
now I'm open.
Yeah.
Now I'm opening. But for ages, if you're trying to maximize your earnings, you also want to close because you can open somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
So where you go, genuinely, where would you pick on the slot? Everything's same money.
Oh, same money.
Yeah.
Same money, same length of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those ones where it's like 20, 20, 20.
A Glee. Yeah.
Yeah. I might go opening. I like the blank canvas thing is true. It depends. Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know, I think there's a distinction between midweek. Midweek, I'll probably close. On a weekend, when they're getting more pits, I'd maybe take an open.
Some gigs on a Saturday night closing is a fucking nightmare because by then the vampires are out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The werewolves are out. So maybe opening then. Yeah, that's a good point.
When you're trying to prove your worth, when you're on your way up, you're desperate to headline. All of us have done enough to be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what you think. Match of the day is on soon. Hi, Lids. Loving the pod as always. December and the arena show cannot come quick enough. I'm buzzing for it. My question to you is, if you could ask one person, any person, if you ask them one question, then they have to tell the complete truth with their answer, who would it be? And what would your question be?
Good question.
All the best from Becky.
You do us a favour. Could you read all of that again? Because I was looking at you and not listening.
That should be the name of this pod.
That's for next time. If you ever just need to look
If
at
you
it.
could ask one person one question and they have to answer truthfully, who would you ask and what would you ask them?
So only one person and one question, right?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's anybody from history.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. I mean, it would make for an
I'd
interesting
ask the
question.
Mother Mary whether she's actually cheated on Joseph or whether it was actually the Son of God.
That's
And then
good.
I'd know for sure whether God's real.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, but you'd know for sure that God was real.
That's all that matters, though, isn't it?
Really? Because what other one would you pick if it wasn't, if you were religious?
What do you mean? I'm not trying to be religious. I'm just trying to get some answers.
He's going way, way back.
You'd be only cutting one religion off.
He's like,
Well, I
to be
don't-
honest, Adam.
If one religion's real and there's one God, then the rest could potentially be real. In the world I live in at the minute, which is largely atheist, with a slight creak of open-mindedness, I just want to know for sure.
Yeah.
Open-minded creek.
So you're asking a fictional woman whether a fictional man was real.
You're getting the Mother Mary.
Oh, she was definitely real, wasn't she?
A woman called Mary.
Yeah.
Well, the guy wasn't fictional.
I know, he was real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What? I think it's a good answer.
Carl seems in a really bad mood about early Christianity, doesn't he? Fuck off.
Yeah, because fuck it.
Because even if you're only knocking out one, but
Yeah.
it's the one that you had the most exposure to, and it's more than none, right? So
exactly. And if I know God's real, then I'll change my ways.
yeah.
Okay.
For good.
All right. Why don't you just take Jesus on?
What?
And go, is it bullshit, though? Come on.
Because he doesn't
Jesus.
know for sure, does he?
That it's what the...
Whether he's the Son of God. He hasn't got a clue, really. He was born and Mary was like, God's your dad. And he was like, nice one. And then he lived his life that way. The only person who knows is Mary.
It's a good point.
I go OJ. Yeah.
And you'd say,
Come
what was it
on.
like to score all those touchdowns? That was your first question.
You won the Heisman. That's your one question to OJ. And you're like,
you'd build it up. You'd sell tickets in Wembley to come watch me.
come watch me ask OJ.
He has to answer. That's the deal. What was it like to get the Heisman Trophy?
You all right? You comfy? No, that's not the answer. Oh, come on, man. Ding.
How was your journey?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
OJ, I mean, he'd have to be like, yeah, come on.
Who are you going for?
Barrymore.
Michael
I
Barrymore.
want to see what happened at the party.
Ah,
Right.
interesting.
Someone got aqua bummed.
Is that the term?
Now I'd probably ask Bush.
George Bush.
Yeah, what happened at Michael Barrymore's party? He knows.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. What about Madeleine McCann's mum and dad? What happened at Michael Barrymore's party? I don't know, I was in Portugal.
Masterfully done.
Yeah,
what's-
yeah, you asked it.
Well, no matter who it is, I think we all know what I want to get to the bottom of.
Who's my real dad? Michael Barrymore. Oh, good question. Would you rather from...
Carl literally making himself a clip.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Started grumpy about Jesus, but fucking ended on a Barrymore high. Would you rather, Liam O'Sullivan says, Wagwan
weird
Lids,
school.
love the podcast.
Barrymore high. You go swimming every day.
It's got Catholic written all over it. Would you rather do swimming lessons? Would you rather eat the? Oh, you just did that. Would you rather eat the food you absolutely cannot stand once a month, or have your best mate slip a finger in your ass and keep it there for 10 seconds once a year? No eye contact made. Thanks for that little add-on, Liam. You
So I've
fucking
got to have
psycho.
tuna once a month, or he fingers me every February.
You going for a February finger in? I'd wait till the warmer months.
No, I'm not figuring a sweaty ass.
Yeah, that's true.
No, because if you're going to get fingered, you might as well make him suffer it as well.
No, because I don't know whether he's done to. He hasn't done anything wrong, has he? It's just some weird witch doctor who's cursed us.
Yeah.
True, it is, Adam. It is. Liam O'Sullivan, the witch doctor.
Yes. It's a real witch doctor's name. Imagine if you went all the way into like the depths of some uncharted territory to find a sort of witch doctor, medicine man, whatever, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Liam O'Sullivan."
Yeah.
You'd be like, "I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm not trusting this. I wanted a better fucking name than that."
Out here in the outback. I went to school with your brother.
I really don't like tuna, so I'm really sorry for
Do
you.
you really dislike it that?
Honestly,
Grilled tuna or like a tin tuna? What?
Tin tuna.
Straight out of the brine.
Do you like grilled
if you
tuna?
open a tin of tuna in a room that I'm in, I need to go and
Do you like grilled tuna?
No, I don't like any tuna, and I love seafood.
No, but if you're doing the would you rather, it's the worst of the foods, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not like,
no, I'm asking what his opinion is on all tuna.
oh,
Yeah.
Carl, you're fingering my arse every time over tuna.
Right.
No, I know we're not best mates, but
What
I would make friends with you more. I'd try
is
and
yours?
make
Tuna.
Oh, it's well up there. From the tin.
I don't mind that. Baked beans.
Oh, you one of them? He's one of them.
Baked beans. I would rather have finger in bum 10 seconds once a year.
Beans
than,
on toast is so nice.
No, wrong.
Have you ever had it,
Yeah.
and you just didn't like it?
I think I just thought it was the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
Who's your best mate? Is it Phil Wang? Is he sticking his little finger in you?
He's in the
your bummy bum.
firing line for some bum fingering. Certainly, he's in the top 3 easily.
Yeah.
Top 3,
Be a
top
great
5.
Patreon exclusive, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah,
Phil Wang fingers you rather than eat baked beans.
for 10 seconds.
I'm signing up to your Patreon.
while I do this to some beans nearby.
You've never had cheesy beans on toast?
I don't. It's like asking him if he's had tuna on a fucking jacket potato. It doesn't matter the serving.
What's your food that's like your kryptonite?
There's
Yeah.
none really. I don't like a really undercooked steak. Do you know when it's chewy? It knocks me sick.
You don't like raw beef? Is that what you're saying?
Don't people. So
What?
obviously you've got well done and stuff. If people get it like too rare
Blue.
and it's chewy
Fucking mooing.
and you can't like get it down because you're chewing it that much.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That probably. I know that's not a type of food because I like steak, but
that makes you feel icky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
So my favourite way to have a steak is
I don't-
medium rare.
Yeah, same.
I order it medium.
But more to the medium side.
Because I'd rather... Because if I order medium rare and it comes rare, I can't eat it. So it has to go...
But that can be... You can be sorted, can't you? You can just stick
put it back on, yeah, but you don't ask, do you?
I've never eaten an egg, and I don't intend to.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck off.
I'm fussy, aren't I?
You've never eaten an egg.
Oh, I don't trust egg.
Why?
What? Smells dead eggy.
Absolutely delicious.
That is true.
Oh, cool. Well, I don't trust them.
Honestly, that's genuinely bent my head. You've never in any form.
Never eaten an egg.
Never eaten fish.
No, but that's more acceptable because it's like, but eggs are everywhere.
Yeah, I can't move.
You've had things with egg in.
Yeah, but you've had a cake.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you hide egg in cake, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll have scrambled cake.
You're
But
having
I'm
an
not
egg
eating
butty next time we stay in a hotel.
We're not. I'll fight you.
Have you never had the poached egg?
I'll finger my own arse in front of you to stop that happening. And ruin everyone's getaway.
Egg is
Fuck
such
you,
a,
Premier in.
it's such a
go round the
staple
back,
scan.
Yeah, I don't know. Just because you look like flabbergasted, it's not going to go. I go, oh shit, yeah, I've eaten egg. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, I've never eaten egg.
So this.
Stop looking at a picture of me. That was so weird.
You gave me it?
Adam went, oh, that's weird. Oh, look at drawn.
What food haven't you eaten? That's
This
unbelievable, Adam.
Because in this picture, you still ate eggs in my head.
Yeah.
So this is an egg-eating
past.
person.
Yeah.
This is weird, isn't it?
Hang on. So, what is it about eggs that is so bad? Because I've had to eat baked beans in my life. And that's one
I've
of the
never
reasons
eaten
why
baked
I
beans.
hate them so much.
Yeah. I'm with you, but I've never.
Yeah. So you've never even tried them.
No, I was a psycho little kid who was really fussy.
Right.
And there were certain things that were just undoable.
What is it about the egg?
Smells of egg.
It smells of egg. That's fair. Sulfurous smell. Yeah.
I tell you, when they look quite good,
Yeah.
when it's coming out of was that fried egg?
Fried egg.
Sizzling egg.
Yeah. I can eat that
You're
white.
like a 4-year-old.
How? Of course, I'm.
Is that fried egg?
Hang on.
This is why Laura.
But wait, hold on. You said you could eat maybe the white bit.
I could try the white bit.
That's the eggiest bit.
I'm not going near
the
that.
yellow's the
The yolk's the
bit.
goat,
Check him into
mate.
it.
Never eaten
I'm gonna
egg.
give him a mouthful of sulfur.
Can we
Watch
have
him
eggs?
throw up
Do you
a
know
load
when
of egg.
people put an egg on a pizza, you might as well shit on a pizza.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
No,
That is
I agree
bang out
with
of
that.
order.
It's weird.
No,
it
that's
doesn't
weird.
taste bad, but it is weird.
There's no reason to put an egg on a pizza.
Yeah.
Apart from if you being a hipster pizza place.
Have you ever had a full English but minus the egg? Do you ever get a breakfast?
Can I tell you what I eat
this is
on a
unbelievable.
full English? This is going to really upset you. Is bacon part of a full English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate the bacon from a full English on 2 pieces of bread that are toasted with some tomato ketchup. That's my full English.
You have a bacon butty.
Yes.
That's your full English.
Sausages?
No, I don't like sausage. I mean, now, sausages, I don't...
I'm not today.
I've had egg this week.
I have. I had it yesterday.
All right.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Blancmange.
That's nice.
And
Before.
that's it. Sausages I'm not dead against. Don't. I don't want to, but I can.
Right. So, black pudding.
Can't. What is that? Period.
Yeah, fried
Pig period.
pig's blood.
Yeah. Oh. Let me check. No.
It was
I
cow.
won't eat- I
It
don't
was
eat
cow's
that.
blood.
No, it's pig's blood.
You sure?
It's fried
Yeah.
pig's blood.
Depends.
And I know for a fact it is because of the movie The 51st State when Samuel L. Jackson visits Liverpool.
What
If it doesn't
a
exist in a
reference.
movie, it doesn't exist.
Can I just say, I often think I dreamt that film.
Do you reckon Jarg was said in that script?
Time outside of my own mind that anyone has referenced that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, it's
The
pork or
51st
beef.
State.
So it's either cow or...
Well, in the 51st State, the one that they give to Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah.
because he goes round to Robert Carlyle's Mars for his brekkie,
He does, yeah.
right?
He does.
And he goes, "What's that?" She goes, "Black pudding."
Do you know why why
And
it
he goes,
exists?
"What's black pudding?" She goes, "Fried pig's blood." And he shoves the whole plate away, like not eating anything that's been within a fucking 6-inch radius of it.
Do you know why it exists?
She's sensible.
What?
Because you didn't want to kill the animals during a potato famine, so they drained the blood and made the food of it instead.
Oh, do you know when you
The
explain it
Germans
like
and
that,
the
you're like,
Polish are the same
Dan's
stuff
the
as well."
weird one. Why wouldn't you taste on... It looks like volcano
Oh no,
evil.
I'm not into black pudding.
It does look like Volcano Evil, to be
Oh,
fair.
it's horrible.
Do you like that film? Because I think it's a horrific film that I adore.
Yeah, everyone's got one.
I watched it the way that I would watch footage of some unspeakable act. Where
like, you can't turn it off.
I sort of watched it. I watched it like this, like when you see a documentary about like a commune somewhere where everyone's married to each other, and you go, wow, what? And Samuel L. Jackson's in this, and he's playing golf, kind of. What?
Do you know the best thing about it is?
Baffling.
There's a tiny cinema near where me and Carl grew up called the Showcase Cinema. And it's on an industrial estate just off a dual carriageway A road. And that is where they had the premiere. So Samuel L. Jackson was at the Mackey's on the Lancs.
Showcase. I had my first
How did
ever
it
date
happen was the question I asked myself throughout the whole film. How did this happen? And am I asleep?
Doesn't he love
Fucking
Blackpool?
dreaming this.
Samuel Jackson loves Blackpool, doesn't he?
Probably because of that film.
He's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? Because of that film.
But he loves
Like,
Blackpool
genuinely.
for whatever.
I think if you watch that as an adult, you wouldn't love it because you're very anti. Is it a good?
No, I have watched it as an adult.
No, I mean, didn't you not
but
watch
you'll-
it as a kid when you first watched it?
Yeah. And I've watched it since.
No, but I don't mean that. Because you're quite hard line on what's Scouse and what's not. As the first section you weren't here for, Pierre, proves.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, I think you've got nostalgia that makes you like that. Surely that's not proper Scouse.
But it's not like an anti-Scouse thing.
Is it not? Is it not minging? Is it not brown bin central?
No, it's...
Oh.
No, and Robert
Apologies.
Carlyle's Scouse accent is fucking excellent.
Yeah, he's very good, Robert
And he
Carlyle.
did it not only in the film, but he also did it in an episode of Cracker where he played a Scouse terrorist.
LIVERPWL Liverpool
Yeah.
FC. That has
Yeah.
never been sung ever, has it?
Yeah. LIV.
ERPWL Liverpool FC. Is that a real one?
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
not a
know
very
that.
popular one because there's many Liverpool
You have a
chants that are
wide
just
selection
Liverpool.
of songs
Yeah.
to choose from.
Yeah.
What was
Oh,
he
I thought that was a made up one.
What was the terrorism? Was he sitting on
He
people's
was...
laps?
I'd have to be corrected if I'm wrong. I believe he was bombing journalists in response to the Hillsborough disaster. I think that was the episode of Cracker.
Right.
I think he was like sending threats and stuff to like the newspaper's headquarters.
Very popular episode in Liverpool.
It's a phenomenal episode.
Scouse
fucking
terrorist is such a
great.
brass eye headline.
Isn't Cracker
Scouse
haggard?
terror.
Cracker's haggard, isn't he?
Yeah. Cracker's a fucking unbelievable program, and that episode is like my favorite one of them.
How did that movie... I know Samuel L. Jackson does some crazy films, right? But he still needs to be paid. I want to see the meeting. Like, obviously, some guy who runs a hedge fund was just like...
It's a ridiculous film with a ridiculous cast. It's Samuel L. Jackson,
idea how it happened.
Ricky Tomlinson,
Yeah.
Robert Carlyle, Meatloaf,
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? I can see why I thought it
Meatloaf's
was
at
a
Anfield,
dream.
Reese Ifans.
Doesn't Meatloaf blow up in Anfield?
Yeah. Spoilers.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Ah, great lads. I've rented that, kept it since 1997.
You fucked me. I'm Julie S. Invaded.
Samuel L. Jackson has been doing an impression of himself since 1996, hasn't he? Basically.
I'd do impressions of myself for that money.
Yeah, but he's not. Has he done a single role that is like proper acting?
Django.
Yeah, Django's
It's
good.
incredible.
Oh,
in Django.
you're right. He's
Yeah.
great in Django.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What
in
does he
Django.
say? What is the kind of...
Oh, there's a line in it that I can't say.
What about the one? With
Carl, I reckon you want to say it.
what about the one where there's the woman chained to the radiator? Some drama.
Pokemon 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Pokemon
Yeah.
2.
It's It's Pikachu's handcuffed. to
Pikachu's nan. Chained to a radiator. Pikachu's nan. She's chained to a radiator, and Ash has to try and electrocute her off the radiator.
Pokemon.
Himself can't even use.
No, Pikachu's on a business trip. It's a very confusing film if you're not Japanese.
I've just put chewing gum in on the podcast.
Why?
Did you?
Paddy.
Take
My
that
head-
out.
My head's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do some advice? He's
Yeah.
dead good at giving advice.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking oracle. Stop looking at a drawing of me. It's upsetting. Look at me. Look at me.
It's like you've passed away.
You like eggs, don't you, Dan? I love eggs.
Lie.
You ever eaten a pear, Dan?
I love fruit.
All fruit.
Yeah.
Fruity little bugger, isn't he?
Far from the kumquat.
Fair enough.
I've never eaten I don't know. But yeah, I love fruit. I'm not that bad. I am that bad.
You've never eaten an egg?
Adam, if you don't stop looking at a picture of me, come on, bro. Say it. Pow. Right, this is from Anonymous.
Yep.
I don't want to damage it because someone has drawn that and spent a lot of time on it, and I really appreciate it. But the way you're using it makes me want to bash it out of your hand.
I did think for a second earlier when Adam said, "Can I just have a look at that for a second?" and took it. I thought,
He's going to rip it.
if he just scrumpled it up and ate it, I would laugh till I
Ate
threw
it
up.
as well.
Ideally. But even just scrumpling it up would have really made me laugh. Just to destroy this nice thing for no reason.
It's giving me a bit of your eye, though, aren't you?
Why? I've done nothing to you in the last 5 minutes.
This is because we talked about eggs, isn't it?
You wankers. All right, Lids, I need some advice. This is an advice section, Pierre.
Okay.
Take it fucking seriously.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend have moved into our house, new house this year. Our neighbours are all families and elderly, but the kids, that play on our street keep using our front lawn as a playground. I know this as my Ring doorbell picks it up when I'm out. I've asked them nicely not to do that, but they keep doing it. I don't want to go out and call them all cunts and be that moody bastard on the street. I need advice as to how to stop them from continuing. Excited to see you two at Stockton this year. Middlesbrough, try Middlesbrough. All the best. So we've got some kids playing on his front lawn.
So my advice here, and this is as a man who has never had this problem before and who now lives in a flat in the city and won't have this problem for a long time at least, stop being a tit and just let the kids play in your garden.
Or landmines.
I will say, something to watch out for. I've read a lot of comic books. Yeah. One thing I will say, if any of those kids has a slingshot in their back pocket and a whimsical dog, just don't fuck with him.
Yeah. Menace.
Leave that kid alone.
Oh, yeah.
Because from what I've read, that relationship can escalate. I don't want to name names.
You're going to end up with egg on your face or tomato.
Yeah.
Not
Or
done.
a spoon of mash.
That's an Isle of Man raised kid,
I had a
isn't it?
subscription to the Beano when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I had a
the
poem
Beano.
featured in it.
Did you?
A limerick, yes.
Filthy Dennis the Menace.
I had a brother called Jack who once got stuck in a sack. He let out a shout because he couldn't get out, and he's got a bad back.
That's pretty. How old? And you were 28 years old.
And the publishers
How old were you when you
read
sent
this
that
first? Or just put it in without
All I'm
looking?
telling you, mate, is that I am a published poet.
Yeah. The publishers read it first. He's the first person to write in for 28 years. They were like, fucking hell. Amazing. 1970.
That's a lot of competition to get in at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If any of those kids are locally known as any kind of menace
Yeah.
or minx, don't fuck with them.
Dennis the Minx.
No, there's Minnie the Minx.
Minnie the Minx.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, see?
You Philistine.
I would. Who was Desperate Dan? Was he the Dandy?
That was the dandy. Yeah.
Dando.
It was the Jill.
Dando.
Was he in the Jill?
I was more into Jill Dando than the Beano.
Yeah. Were you a Beano man or a Jill Dando man?
The Jill Dando comics got dark towards the end.
Ended abruptly.
What are these references?
They were messing around on a doorstep. What? Jill Dando was messing around on a doorstep and that ended badly. So.
Yeah, maybe she shoots someone off her front lawn.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What? So hang on. What is this guy saying about his doorbell? His doorbell keeps
Just
taking...
get your knob out and blow kisses. Just do it once. Okay, everyone
That's what
thinks
you
you're a
do.
With your
paedophile.
knob.
Tell your neighbors that the kids keep coming up on his doorbell camera, but say it like you're delighted.
Yes, there you go. Hey,
Yes.
Those kids will stop.
your little Johnny been playing on my front lawn. Ask him to do it more.
And I got all the videotapes.
I put the sprinkler on. Tell him to come round in his little shouts.
Sure have an
And
athletic.
Toxic, the video.
Sure have an athletic family.
Yeah, all those
A lot of
children.
energy, those boys of yours. Things like that.
Yeah.
All of those children playing,
I
sweating.
mean, you might get a vigilante group trying to kill you, but
He does need to go and let kids have fun.
is it open plan on the front? Because
Yeah,
if
that's
there's
my
a
question.
gate and they're coming in, they're little animals and they need binning.
That's
They're going in
true.
his front garden.
Right,
Front
they're
lawn.
on his front
On
lawn.
his lawn.
But are we assuming it's open plan and then you're
I thought it was like a green.
What are they doing on the lawn?
playing football?
He said football.
Why are they doing kid-like things?
Yeah, but if they're getting divots out of the lawn,
They're not playing golf.
They could be excavating.
if they're playing 9 holes of golf,
Children, they're not landscape
Hey,
gardeners.
no teeing up.
kids jumping and tackling each other,
could be
like
time
elbow
team.
in the lawn, like a dent.
Stop digging trenches. Right, yeah, I think
Stop
it's just a bit of
fortifying my lawn.
If
footing.
they've gone into his property past the wall, then yeah.
Oh, now it's serious, is it?
Just leave them in the garden. They're not doing any harm. They're just trying to have fun.
What if they do a
He'd
slide?
be fucking fuming.
They do a slide and it fucks the big mud. It looks like you've...
Then have a fucking bit of a shit bit of your grass. Just leave it. Doesn't matter. We'll all be dead soon.
What are you planning?
Cool, he's in a very philosophical man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of advice, Adam. Doesn't matter, we're all dust.
There's a war going on in Ukraine. What are you worried
IEDs.
about your garden for?
I'm sick of hearing about Ukraine. You need to really get over it. You're always on about it.
No, you know what I mean? There's people with real problems
There's
out
a war
there.
going on
There's
outside.
poverty across many countries all around the world at the minute. The UK's not in a great position.
Shut up, you
In fact,
blurt.
You've got a house.
Wag lids.
Count your
Anonymous,
lucky-
please.
count your lucky chickens.
Recently, they lay eggs. Horrible cunts. Recently, me and my girlfriend have been in a threesome with another girl on a night out. It was class, but not too much went on, and I thought there'd be more happening. However, fast forward a few days, and the two girls are in touch, and we're all discussing a potential second threesome. But this time, we are talking a lot more intense. So much so, they are both talking about spitting my spunk back into my own mouth.
Blurt.
Is that Steve back? Right, Steve. And I don't think I can do this anymore. Do I take the hit? So weird.
I can't do this anymore.
Literally, it was like, as soon as I said spitting spunk back into my own mouth, Steve was like, what? Back in from Studio 2. Do I take the hit for the story and the threesome or protect myself from the potential embarrassment? That's from, unsurprisingly, Anonymous.
Do it all.
What does he...
Don't be a prude. Do anything they want you to do.
I'm a Carl. I don't know what you're looking at me for.
What does he mean by in the first threesome not that much went on?
I think
What
it was-
happened was two women had a lovely time with each other and explored female sexuality, and he had a good old watch, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think he bonked one, bonked the other, and then was like, that's a threesome. Now they're talking about,
Right.
fuck it. They're getting fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are, yeah.
They want to spit his blurt
Yeah.
into his mouth. After a bit of blurt tennis, bit of fucking blurt ping pong.
Nothing's off the table. If you're doing a threesome, just fucking do it. Don't be like, oh, don't do that. That's so...
Right, so
Eat your own jizz, Carl.
destroy the mood. Don't do that. No, you do everything and then afterwards you go...
No, but
"Ah, I don't like
here's the thing, right?
You've already come. Why would you be like, yeah, I don't want to ruin the mood? I put the fucking match on once I've jizzed.
That's exactly...
Just watch Match of the Day with two lesbians. I don't give a shit.
That's exactly the point. Is while if I was in this situation and these were like, want you to come in our mouths and we'll pass it back and forth and then spit in your throat, I'd be like, absolutely, let's do it. And the second the first bit of come out my dick, I'd be like, we're not doing any of that.
Yeah,
love.
but if
The
they haven't
second
got
it was
theirs
like a
yet?
photo finish, like a millimeter.
You could take a photo of me coming and you would see regret, like in what I'd agreed
Well, like
to.
a-
Oh,
When
you'd
Bob
also
split
see me on the
half-mix.
Uber app going, Becky, are you ready? Got your bag? Out you fucking go.
So we slowed down footage of your face. It would sort of be ecstasy and then straight to just...
Jizzing. Spit your jizzing.
Just do everything and then afterwards go, I didn't like that, and then the next time, don't do it.
So you're telling me on the record, sorry, you're telling me this is, I've got to just get this locked in.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah.
On the record, on video.
Go on.
If you were in this situation with Serica and,
Yeah.
and another girl,
Yes.
you would let them spit your own jizz into your mouth.
What I'm saying is, if I was... Well,
well, that's how the mummy bear feeds the chicks.
Baby bird.
Fantastic.
You telling me you'd say yes?
That was a lovely reference. That only is. Yeah, if you're okay with doing it, then you can't go, I don't want to do that bit. You do it all. And then later on you go, I wasn't into that.
So you're saying yes?
What's going on?
No, it's
Having
because...
a threesome does not involve eating your own jizz. This is a made-up threesome. No. I would, honestly, before I've come, I would eat my jizz.
So you're not doing the threesome?
Literally eggs, fucking full English breakfast,
I was
gonna
baked
say.
beans.
No.
But once you've
Then
jizzed...
you're not doing the threesome because they asked for it before the threesome
That's
happened.
true.
If you're in the threesome and you don't want to do it, you say no. But you don't go into the threesome.
Oh, you
knowing
don't go
that's
into
a
threesome
prerequisite.
and go, oh, can we kill a fucking baby right now? Yeah, oh, sorry, you're in the threesome. You've
How
got
are
to
they
sacrifice
compatible
a
things?
fucking child because it was agreed in subsection 9 of the pre-threesome. Once you've jizzed, you don't have to eat your own jizz, Carl.
No, you don't.
What the fuck happened in
But
the
if you've
Maldives,
gone
you
into-
weirdo?
If you've gone into the threesome and said, yeah, we'll explore all that, you can't go, no, actually. You've got to man up. But if there's something
I'm
happened-
sorry, did you say... I've got
Yeah,
a man
it's got
up
a
in-
point. I want.
The difference is you're viewing the threesome as like that's your chance to do all this forbidden stuff, right?
If you, before I'm gone, we'll try this, then you've got to do it, yeah?
If you've already agreed, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, but that's why he's getting the chance now to say no early. This guy.
Oral
That's what
contract.
he's saying, right?
Exactly.
Oral contract, very nice. And in a way, it is a bit like, it's not like killing a baby, but it's half.
But if they say
4 million.
But if they say, right, we want to do this, we want this to happen, and he goes no, then the threesome doesn't happen.
Probably not going to happen.
But if he goes no and they go okay, they can't then ask him to do it.
He's risking it.
No.
Yeah, you're right. If he says no, he's risking the whole project.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Agree to it, and then as you come, just start humming, and then they won't be able to get in.
Well, what if they pinch your nose?
Just put a mask on. Just come out the window.
Start humming your missus's least favourite song, like a song she hates, and that'll turn her off, and she won't want to do it anymore.
Well, she'll say to the lady who's the guest, she'll say, "Oh, he's humming now. He never eats cum when he hums. Oh, he's humming now.
That's never been said.
Oh, he won't eat cum when he hums."
I can't get over cum. But you don't eat egg. I mean, eat my own jizz in a threesome.
No.
Because it's been promised.
No.
It's been promised. Pre-threesome, you've agreed. And I tell you what, I like eating my own blurt, but I will respect the rules of a pre-agreed threesome.
I would say, no, I don't want to do that. But if they said, let's not do it, then I'd be like, okay, we're not doing it.
How freaky do these bitches have to be like, deal's off then, good night?
I will say, though, when he said not much happened in the first one, I thought, oh, interesting. And then he said, oh, the second one's going to be a lot more intense. I wouldn't have put my money on that being the thing they pitched to him in advance.
That is a bit of a step up from him being essentially a cheerleader.
And he's allowed to say
in the
no
first game
because he's got the pre-approval.
Do you think it's a test? Do you think they're asking? Do you think they're fucking with him?
That's very possible, you know.
What if they're just fucking with him? What if we? Yeah. What can we make this guy do?
What can we make him agree to?
Yeah,
I think it's very possible that these two are in a lesbian relationship and they're just trying to fuck with this fella. I reckon they've been planning it for years.
Yeah, it's the ultimate heist.
It's the women. Fucking sneaky women. Adam's take. Eventually, don't trust them.
They'll make you eat your own cum, even if you hum.
It's just they're doing something. Look at them. Let's read it again. What are they fucking trying to get equal pay? Sneaky bastards.
Dan, what if it was the two dream women, your two dream women, but you have to come up your own ass?
Wow.
I have a question about how that would happen.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Pulley systems with tubes.
Pulley systems.
Pulley systems.
Hey, trampoline and a bit of training.
But like you've had that night of your life, but you've got to finish by coming up with your own ass.
Is there a threesome prison where you're like, you broke the rules of a pre-agreed threesome?
Can I just
I'd
say
agree
that?
to everything and then jizz and be like, do you know what?
But then you're boring, aren't you?
I'd have absolutely no problem.
You're right. I'm boring. God, I'll lose face in front of two lesbians.
I'd have absolutely no
Is it
problem.
girlfriend?
No problem coming in my own ass, by the way. It'd be my cum would be the best thing that's ever been in my ass.
I wanted to end the episode so much. I've never done it before. Without Pierre going, find me onto it, I just wanted to be like, pow.
Like I regularly have my own cum on my stomach.
Yeah.
I'd be delirious with fear if I was covered in my own shit.
Yeah.
Delirious. That's what's usually in my ass.
Yeah. If one had to be in the other place, that's the best way around.
Dean's just walked in.
Hey, man.
Adam's saying how much he wants to come up his own ass.
No, I'm just saying I'd prefer to have cum in my ass than poo.
You're listening to Question Time.
Dean Coughlin, can I get your opinion on this? Just quick. Can you just come on?
Dean is on my side.
All right.
What's happening, everyone?
You're about to have a threesome, right? And your girlfriend and this bisexual lady, you've had one, standard, down the line, normal. Standard.
Not about to like minutes before.
No,
a few days.
Yeah, a few days before you've had a normal threesome. Then there's been a little bit of talk and like, we need to up the ante here, make this a bit more kinky. And part of the agreed bit is that after you jizz, the girls have got to spit your own jizz back in your mouth. What'd you say?
I'd probably say yeah until I jizzed.
Yes! Because Dean's not a fucking weird Maldivian more.
Oh yeah, probably do it, yeah.
You bollocks.
I'm not, I mean, I'm normal. I'm human. I'll take it off two women.
Exactly. You do it
But-
to not be bored.
See, there's a third way.
Just because I might love it.
I can't
You
believe
never know, I
you're-
might love it and
I
then
can't
go,
believe you're
this
the-
is me forever now.
Imagine if you did, you're like, do you know what?
But when you've finished, you've jizzed. You'd be like,
You're in the
do you know what?
situation, you do your job.
This is
Finish
great.
your job.
This
Who
is
are you
great.
fucking? The SAS?
He's
What are you talking about? You never leave a man behind. You've jizzed. You'd be like, do you know what, girls? I couldn't give a fuck what you think. I'm out.
You do. One's your girlfriend and one's this new sexual.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think you would, you know. I think what I would do, I'd plan to be a sneak and be like, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't want it, but I think I'd just take it. I'd just feel sad. I think I would.
What I love is that You've just come in here and you're like the Tony Blair of having your own cum spat back in your mouth. You go, there's a third way, chaps. We can have this too. It seems like we're disagreeing, but actually
we can win this with a landslide. Look.
Yeah, look, if we just
do your job,
do it, but don't necessarily like it.
You've ruined the trust. You've ruined the trust because they're like, no more threesomes. He's a liar.
He lied to our faces.
Yeah. Could have had 20 years of threesomes.
Yeah, and you'd love that.
They're fleeting. But you know.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, it's my own jizz.
You did it.
My jizz is currently in my balls.
Oh, well, stick it in your mouth then.
Yeah.
Same innit?
What?
Just a different storage system.
It's not going to hurt me, is it?
You're so dirty.
My jizz
You're
is
sneaky dirty.
My jizz
I'm
is
just
currently
saying.
in my balls. It's a really funny.
Great, yeah. My poo's in my bum. I'll keep it in my ear. Same thing. Is that shit in your ear, Carl? Doesn't matter. It's my shit. It's not weird.
Have you got poo in both of your ears?
He does now. And so do all of you at home.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Get out, Rick.
Hey, doesn't matter. Let them spit your own jizz into your mouth. There's a war in Ukraine.
Matter.
Get out, Rick.
Stop being philosophical. It's
Doesn't
weird.
matter.
It doesn't suit you.
Doesn't
It's so much better when you're furious about
Doesn't
everything.
matter.
Oh, the red winning the
matter.
quadruple?
Doesn't matter.
Liar,
Doesn't
liar,
matter.
pants on,
Doesn't matter.
jizz mouth fire.
Do what you need to do to please
We get
your
it, Carl.
missus
We get
and
it. We
have
get it.
fun.
You're an absolute trooper. You eat your own jizz. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for. We've
Thank you for
had so
having
much
me.
fun, Pierre.
Thank you, man. This has been great.
You have got a quite brilliant stand-up special available for free on YouTube.
Thanks, man. I do.
Pierre Novellie, it's called The Quiet Ones.
The quiet ones, yeah.
So there's no the.
I think it's just quiet ones. No, I'm doubting myself. I think it's just quiet, Pierre Novellie quiet ones.
And people can find you on social media where you've been releasing clips of it.
Yep.
The KFC routine in particular. Like, I loved the Quiet Ones joke.
Thanks, man.
The KFC one is so funny and
Thanks,
so
man.
well observed. There's a
all
lot of
true.
comics at the minute releasing their own full specials on YouTube, and I am really here for it. And I fucking love the comedians are taking a lot of their own opportunities back into their own hands and seeing bigger and bigger names in comedy deciding to do it this way.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really promising for the next decade of the comedy industry in the UK.
Yeah.
And I would implore everyone who's listened to our show, I know I've got a special on there. Dan will be putting a special out at the end of the year.
Sean Walsh has got Kiss, which is phenomenal.
Sean
Finn
Walsh.
Taylor's got My
Finn.
Wife.
Yeah.
McLaughlin's got Hail Mary out there.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so much good content, and you can literally go through the full list of the guests we've had on, and if about half of them have put a special on YouTube in the past year or two, and Pierre's is one that I cannot recommend highly enough.
Sensei Carl's got Cum Guzzler. Can't wait for that one. It's going to be big. Just on YouTube or?
Laura hasn't said when it's coming out yet.
Oh!
Nice. Very good.
It's his wife. That's it. That's her name. You knew that. I
did know
I
that.
see what you did. Got a song, haven't we? Haven't we got a song? Didn't Finn prepare a song?
Got a song.
Oh, shit.
So the visual listeners, you don't get a song because the
mouthy jizz.
YouTube we
I
can't
won't
do
let
it.
you do it. Okay.
But the audio guys, you do get a song. So the song is called Take a Ride. The band is called Sour Kicks, spelled Kix, because they're funky little buggers. So if you are an audio listener, enjoy that. If you're a visual listener...
Hang on, it needs a little bit more. We used to do this when we started the podcast. At the end of the pod, when it was just audio, we played like an unside band or a hip-hop artist, and we just tried to break new music. We're bringing it back. So randomly, you know what, we're going, we're playing a song. So on the audio, we've got a track for you.
We have, and it is Take a Ride by Sour Kicks, Kix, funky buggers. I'm on tour, the Isle of Man. We've just released the last 642 tickets. They're on sale now.
They'll be gone soon then.
The extra dates in Sheffield, Nottingham, Middlesbrough, Birmingham, and the 6th and final date in Manchester are all on sale.
Do a 7th.
If the 6th one sells out, there's a chance we'll put a 7th and final
You
on.
fucking We Will Rock You of Manchester. Have you heard about Adam? He's been doing the frog for 12 years. Do you think he should have played a bigger venue? Yeah, maybe.
Look, we will correct that on next year's tour, which I've got the title for. No, the title?
I know it,
Do you want us to know it?
Sure. I'm going to call it Pound for Pound.
Nah.
Because there's several layers to it. adamrowe.co.uk/shows. Dan's going on tour at some point. Can't remember when. DanNightingale.com for that.
September.
Thank you.
What's September?
When Dan goes on tour.
Oh, yeah. Me and Carl are doing a quiz, but that's already sold out. We're going to start doing that maybe once a month on a Monday in Liverpool. It's going to be chaos. There's £1,000 top prize because we're putting all the money that it makes into the prize.
No profit for us.
It's just going to be a laugh. And obviously, we've got the arena show on sale. Have a Word Live at the arena on Friday, the 9th of December. You can get tickets for that somewhere.
Happy? Everyone happy? Pierre, thank you so much.
Go follow Pierre everywhere, please.
Bye,
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.